sun right here, Sebring, Florida. No better place for this Pro-Am competition.
It's going to be exciting. There's a little bit different from last year. You were here last year. The layout was a little spicy, but today it's going to be even more extreme.
I watched the live stream from the road last year.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized like how absolutely magical the live stream was.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't be there, but every single angle. It was actually better than being there.
Yeah, it's amazing.
There's no tire dust on your face or anything. It was crazy.
No fireballs.
No.
We had Eric Noguera launching fireballs to the media guys. But first and foremost, I do want to thank the sponsors, Autosports Engineering, Drift HQ, Kenda Tires, OMP, Link ECU, Taxi Garage, many more out here that help support this competition to get this Formula Drift Pro-Am on Florida. So it's going to be wild.
It's going to be absolutely amazing.
So,
the warm-ups have been insane.
Yeah.
The cones have been demolished. The lines have been adapted. I love how the judges take everything into consideration for the competition.
So yeah, in this layout before last year, we had a outer zone 1 and then it goes into an inner clip. Now that's done and gone. These guys are making the outer lines the whole time. So you have an outer zone 1 going in that first turn on the initiation to an outer touch and go all the way to outer zone 2. And then there's another touch and go before outer zone 3 on the final turn.
So the transfers are very important.
Yes, it's going to be very important, especially on that final outer zone. There's going to be a decel zone that's going to be a little sketchy for some drivers that are new into the Pro-Am series, but we have a lot of guys that are getting excited in the seating bracket. So compared to last year, we had qualifying. This year is seating bracket, so these guys are actually battling it out to get into the show.
That actually keeps the action going as well. Like you don't have as many shifts, you don't have as many car to car. Okay, let's wait, let's talk to the judges, let's bounce back. Like you know it's coming, and then after the competition, after the head-to-heads, then you go ahead and back, see where the bloodshed is, see what pieces are still left, piece it together, and then the next round happens.
Yeah, and it makes a more elegant story for these drivers, because when you're going to the seating bracket, you're set up in the bottom of the totem pole, let's put it that way. If you ever played Mortal Kombat, when you're fighting from the bottom all the way to the top,
yeah, like 10 in. Like how do you start at the bottom?
Yeah, so you got some drivers out here.
And then Guru cheats. Like, don't get me started. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You got some guys out here.
We can't go down that road right now.
We got some drivers out here that are trying to get their dream to be a Formula Drift driver. Last year we had Luis Lance, and he is actually competing today as well. But we also got some top-notch class acts out here. You have Christian Catron. You have Colette Davis. You have Duarte out here just shredding it up from Drift HQ. These guys are out here just straight shredding tires.
Absolutely.
Having a good time.
They're gunning for it though. Like I have seen them leaving it all on the track, even through warm-ups, practice, everything leading up to this moment. Like there's no hesitation. You could come out of the same garage, and the minute that drops.
And we see Rad Dan going past the camera. Rad Dan is one of our judges today. He's a Formula Drift driver. Awesome dude Dan. Right here.
Over here, Dan. Come back. No, Danny, come back.
Yeah, Dan.
I just need a hug from you.
Yeah, we got Rad Dan here, having a great time out here. He's wearing sandals today.
He's always wearing sandals.
He's always wearing sandals.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a surfboard just in case it gets gnarly. Like. He was looking at that storm going, I bet the waves are great right now.
You also have Noel Garcia over here. He's been judging drift events for a plethora of years.
He is a humble. Oh, what'd you do?
We got a little cutout.
Okay, there we go.
We'll talk about that judge in a second. But,
he touched it.
we have Noel that's been around the scene for drifting. Very knowledgeable about how he wants the lines approach, especially in the drivers meeting, telling the guys, hey, this is what I want to see. And it's great to have him. The next guy, we have Paul. Paul, the one that disconnected our mics. But
Paul doesn't even get an introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't Paul. This is some sort of replica of Paul. Paul sent his stunt double because Paul wouldn't have done that. Right, Paul?
But Paul over here, he's had the experience in Formula Drift to be a spotter
as well. No, he's probably got the keenest eyes up here when it comes to how close to those lines you can get.
Yep.
And still be competitive and still actually drift head to head fairly.
Yeah, and it takes accountability with these guys. You have the guy that is competing in the pro level. You have a person that has been experienced as a fan and as well as judging, and you have another person that has been on the spotter. You have different varieties of judges out here that is able to kind of articulate to the drivers who won and who lost.
That's also why it's real important for the observers and everybody as they spectate the rounds. It's not just what you see happening car to car. There's a lot more that they're judging that most of us aren't even thinking about.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like the end, you might say, oh, well, that guy actually finished his run. He might have finished his run, but what did he take out in the process? Did he clip somebody? Did he take a line? Like, how aggressive are you going to be and still drift beautifully?
Yeah, and it goes into the fact if you've never been to a drift event, these drivers are taking 2 laps. One is going to be in the lead, and one is going to be in the chase. And the lead driver, you'll see them come off the chicane, and they'll have to swerve around these cones, make sure they don't hit it. So it's not a drag race going to that first outer zone and initiation point. But these drivers are going to be swapping sides after that lap, and the judges are going to looking at, hey, who had the nicer lead, who had the better chase, and determine who won the battle at that time.
I'm actually pulling up the live feed so I can
yeah.
share it with everybody on social media. For everybody watching at home, be sure to share it, subscribe as well, hit up all the sponsors. The link should be below on the video. Share it with everybody. The more people that are watching the live stream and the more people that are sharing it, the bigger these events can be.
Yes.
Even if you can't be here and you want to see drifting all the time, this is the way to get it as convenient as possible.
And it's crazy because last year the event wasn't as it was big, but this year it doubled the size. I feel.
Yeah,
you have a bunch of food trucks here, and on the middle side you have the burnout box, and then you have FUD runs all the way on the other side and a car show.
No,
so it's wild.
It's amazing because we're only on this side right here by the track, but this whole show is huge.
Yeah,
and there's so much going on. It's really entertaining. Anytime there's a break on the track, there's also been a lot going on. The sound systems over there have almost blown us away. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
There was
that's crazy.
A Volkswagen over there that had. You saw that?
I saw that.
Was blowing out eardrums. That thing was so loud.
That's the best thing about these events, though, is nothing makes you hate your own personal vehicle more than a car show of people who've spent nothing less than their life savings just making that perfect roller.
And that's where we enjoy the motorsport of drifting too, because you got these guys putting their time, effort, and money. You have some guys that are setting up programs that they're planning it the year of in advance to figure out, all right, how could they budget their program to
some of these teams put more than just time, effort, and money in. Like, they have to schedule their lives around it.
Yes.
Some families, I mean, drifting is a family thing, as we say it all the time. Yes. There's probably just as many kids as there are adults here for their very first time, if not like with a parent who's into drifting, but also being part of these teams. Some of these teams have 3 or 4 mechanics. You have people with, like, everybody works together to make it happen because it's not easy.
Yeah, and it's definitely, it changes the vernacular of each guy out here, but it also changes the theme and the adrenaline these guys have compared to like drag racing.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're out here, if someone damages their car and then it's all hands on deck, sometimes other team members come out and help out from different teams to help that guy.
Oh yeah, I saw a guy walking and he was coming up here to ask somebody about a part, and before he even got here, somebody came and was like, oh no, I got you.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, why wouldn't you go, hey Eddie, how are you, sir?
And we have one of our track staff out here. Another thing is with this whole competition, not only is the judges are important, we also got track staff out there. They are busting their tails out. It was 90 degrees out today. It reached 100 real feel, and these guys are sweating profusely out here, just running to make sure cones are set up, the flour is down. Compared to other tracks, you usually see other tracks will use some kind of chalk or paint. This track has flour because they don't want us to mark up the track for the other events, but also Sebring is iconic.
No, absolutely. That's one of my favorite things about being here is this is one of the most iconic raceways in all of America, if not the world. Like, if you say Sebring, people from all over go, oh, Sebring, yeah. They know this motorsports complex. So to be here and to do this drift event and do it justice.
Yes.
Literally put it all out there, do it professionally with amazing drivers, amazing teams, amazing races, as well as amazing fans.
We have one young buck down there waving at us over there. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
So we're out here at Sebring. There's a thing that they say, mind the bumps. And on this track, there is a bumpy track, and it's going to be very, very cost effective when you're talking about.
I hear somebody warming it up back there.
They're warming it up over there in the burn box, scrubbing their tires. But this track has multiple bumps, and going out from the outer touch and go, going to outer zone 2, is going to be a very sketchy point because they're going straight to a wall. And that's what we saw today. A lot of people see that wall, and they're like, it's not normal for a human person to.
I know. I saw a lot of early overestimation, if you will.
Yeah. So you have one person waving at me, trying to see if we could.
Yeah, you can pull that up.
Take off the.
Just
the
tuck
garbage.
it in the legs. Tuck it in the legs.
We had rain today. We had rain today, and there was some
rain in
garbage.
Florida.
Yeah, you know.
No.
We were talking earlier how I had to get used to the rain over here, but we got our first drivers up on the line.
It happens very much so every single day between the hours of 1 and 5 p.m. If you could just schedule your day as a Floridian around that little bit of rain, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it looks like Darren B versus Eric K. We got Lead versus Chase, 350Z Ford Mustang out here. We're waiting for it. We're waiting for the lights to get ready. Track staff is out there. You notice they're radioing each other to try to make sure they're locked in.
Sorry about that, guys.
Drivers scrub their tires, so if you hear us say they're in the burnout box, that means that they're getting ready to scrub their front tires so they can have grip.
That's another advantage of the live screen. If you guys look over to the right at the big screen, when things are happening on the track, you will be able to see them. Even if you can't see them from where you're sitting, you should be able to see the big screen. And that should give you a live view and a drone view of each and every run. So you don't just have to look at our ugly mugs as we talk, but you actually get to see the action.
All right.
All right, hold on.
All right. I think track staff is making sure. Track staff is getting ready. They're amped up to start off this event. Everybody out here just watching right on that outer zone 2 line. The outer zone 2 wall is the very, very fun event. Right here, we're actually getting a sight lap because they just had rain. They're making sure that the track is dry, so they're giving some distance. The sight lap is so the drivers could feel out the grip of the track, and so they could get themselves situated so when they do a tandem battle, they'll be able to proceed as they are. The track, there's a little bit of a midline, but it's just going a little bit spicy on there for a sight lap. All right, so that was the sight lap. They're going to be coming back around. They're going to line up one more time, same lineup, and then that's when the battle commences. So with the seating bracket, if you guys aren't familiar with it, the seating bracket, this is how these guys get into the show. We have 8 competitors already set up for the main show tomorrow, and then the seating bracket is brand new to the Formula Drift Series, and it's battling it out so that you could get into that big picture to be able to podium the actual event. It's nice to see a Ford Mustang out and ripping. Before, you would see a lot of S chassis and 350Zs.
It's nice to see a Mustang with a safety wall in front of me.
You threw me off on that one, but here we go.
What are you two up there laughing about?
We're talking about Mustangs over
Mustang
there.
jokes.
Well, I do see a crowd, so.
We have Dustin Motors. He's going to be in the pit. Or
oh my goodness, I
the
see the fans. I see you guys out there.
We have Dustin Motors in the on the ground, so when the drivers
that's you.
come off, that's where it goes into a interview. So here we go. Our first battle of the day. In the lead, the 350Z in the chase. Eric coming out here. A little bit of shaky initiation going into that first outer zone. The Darren is trying to fill out up to that touch and go. Here he comes into that transition. And wow, Eric is coming in, trying to keep that close proximity. A bobble from Darren as he's going all the way around, trying to that C-cell zone. Beautiful. Oh, no.
Gives him a little bump.
It was a shaky transition. The judge is going to be looking at that. What are you expecting on this battle when they're coming back out here?
Honestly, I expect the exact same amount of pressure. Realistically, he was doing nothing wrong on keeping that. Like, if it's a horsepower dispute, if it's a curve thing, whatever the case may be, keeping it close is important.
Yes.
If your competitor stumbles and you slide into him because of that stumble, cool, you're on the line, you're good.
Yes. This big.
It's definitely chugga-chugga-choo-choo type of sport.
So if the lead car, like you were saying before, if the lead car struggles on that line and the chase car does make contact with him, it's going to force the lead fault. And that would be an advantage. Yeah, that's going to be an advantage for that chase driver. So now we're going to have the chase driver now go into the lead, and we're going to get ready for these guys to square up and show down.
Now, as they swap, I wonder if he's going to be as aggressive or if he's going to go ahead and take the advantage that he may or may not have coming into this and play it safe and keep the lines.
It comes into the strategy and psychology of these drivers when you're going into that. But the 350Z, I know he's thinking in his head, I messed up on that lead, and now he's going to try to get as close proximity in the chase.
Right, he's already got that little bird on his shoulder going, hey, we got this.
Yeah.
We got to get this. We got this.
For sure. So we have these guys lined up, waiting for the lights to go green, and here we go. Ford Mustang in the lead.
Wait for it.
Eric K in the lead.
Oh, there it is.
Darren B in the chase. No tread livery on that 350Z. Let's see if he'll get a nice initiation on the lead. Oh my goodness, a lot of space from the chase driver.
Like I anticipated that.
Yep, and Eric K is coming in with that transition, filling it out and going buttery smooth around that turn. Beautiful
Both
momentum.
have been following that line though.
All the way through, a little bit of a tire drop, but that lead driver is just being really rowdy and getting all of that zone. Oh, a huge bobble at the end, but
everybody make some noise. I see you guys. Put your hands together.
That was
Let him hear you.
Beautiful run from him. This driver, the winner of this battle, will actually move on to battle against Eric Noguera.
Actually, no. Everybody doesn't know this, but at the end, it is it's an MMA free-for-all between all the drivers. No, that was an absolutely epic run.
Beautiful run from the.
I noticed, like I said, that initial separation that he was going to take. He was going to take as much of that lead as he could with that power.
What's the name of the guy in the Mustang here? Eric K? Okay. Oh, yeah. Guy in the Mustang.
All right, and it looks like we got a decision from the judges. As we're watching this replay, them going around this track. And it looks like judges are deciding it. Eric
K in the white Mustang gets to advance. You guys make some noise for him. Let him hear you.
Rowdy Mustang going up. Next drivers we have is Alex Puig and Tyler Hess. Alex Puig with the Pandemonium S chassis out there. He is a very consistent driver for the most part. He actually went through, he's just finishing up schooling too, so it's a really cool thing to see from him.
That's awesome.
But it looks like they're actually switching out. It looks like it's another driver coming out here.
Go on.
And I believe.
Is this like an active switch?
Yeah, someone looks like they possibly did a timeout. So we're going to get. Here we go. We got our S chassis in the chase. Coming in with a beautiful initiation all the way through to that first outer zone. Now that touch go is a little bit wobbly as he's going to that second outer zone. Struggling all the way through. Oh mercy as he is coming into that final outer zone.
Ooh.
Beautiful. Beautiful chase.
As you see, while it's okay to follow as closely as possible, completely bypassing the line is not worth the point loss.
No, it's not. You, as a chase driver, you want to follow the lead driver the whole time, even if he's going offline. You don't want to cut the track, but it looks like there was a huge bobble on that first outer zone, and then the transition going to outer zone 2 looks like he straightened out going into outer zone 2.
He's spent a lot of time catching up from that first one, from, like you said, the bobble.
Yep.
And
yeah, so it's going into this effect right now. We're gonna have them switch sides.
now as they take the swap, keep in mind, both of these cars, as they go absolutely head to head, they do have to maneuver around the lead to the follow. Like the follow has to follow.
Yes. So now that was Byron Parish in the lead, and he struggled a little bit. Hayden Williams is in the chase, but I hope the lead and chase switching around on this one is gonna clean up a little bit. That transition is gonna be a crucial mistake for him.
Speaking of cleanup, shout out to my kids at the house. I hope you're cleaning your rooms. Autumn Jameson, make those beds, put some dishes away, do something. I love you.
Man.
No, but really, big love to each and every one of you guys. Of course, and absolutely, my heart, Peggy. Hi, baby. I know you're stuck at work. I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great
We're
time
going to have
out
a
here.
great night all night.
So it looks like with, I got an update on the previous battle. Alex Puig is moving on. Tyler has bowed out.
Wow.
So that's a good run for him. He's going to be going up against the winner of this battle. Not sure of the reason right now. I'll get an update shortly on why Tyler has bowed out. Maybe he was having some car issues.
Keep you guys in the
practice.
loop.
Yeah, so we'll get that update shortly about them. But Byron Parish and Hayden Williams, I've seen Hayden Williams drive. He's aggressive, but he's aggressive when he needs to be. And that's the big thing in this sport.
I mean, that's a characteristic of almost every single one of these drivers. Like, you have to have an aggressive finesse about drifting. You can't let the car in front of you just completely take off and lead the way and leave you in the dust. You have to be that avid. All right, here the cars going.
Here he comes.
I got to stop talking because they're running.
Byron Parish in the lead. Or in the chase coming in.
Extending that lead, by the way.
Beautiful angle, but he missed that
Missed the whole section, yeah. As they both I think both of them are actually doesn't seem to be able to find his drift. It would be in Parish's best interest to take it easy and find the line, finish your clean run, knowing that your opponent is already slowed down.
And that looks like a clear-cut decision for the judges. We're gonna
played it safe and they both bring it in.
Yep.
All right. Well, I am going to get hopefully my first interview in here.
Oh.
I'm going to try to talk to Byron Parish here. He just had.
You put your hand in the way.
Did I?
You did.
This right here?
I don't. Yeah. This right here is your
jam. Yeah. So Byron himself. Oh my gosh! Actually blew up his motor at OSW last weekend. Full swapped the motor over the last couple days. Is out here competing.
It's like you're censored on a delay. It's really
and now we have our judge's decision. Byron Parish gets the win and moves on. But
put your hands together for Byron Parish, guys.
And Byron Parish just drives off. I guess he's just going to go and get set up.
He didn't know about the interview.
Yeah, maybe.
I forgot to tell him.
Our next driver is coming out here is Savio Silva versus Juliano Emmanuel. Juliano, I actually...
See, you know what? I appreciate you being here to say those names.
Juliano,
don't get me wrong, I can roll my R's, but like...
A lot of people, they say me being Puerto Rican, it's hard for me to roll my R's, but I have no issue with it, so it's great. Now we have Juliano coming out here. He's going to be competing. We didn't see him on the first round, but...
I'm trying to peek over your shoulder, but at the same time, like... I know you talk with your hands. You said you're Puerto Rican.
So we have Juliano out here. He's been shredding. He drives very, I would say very passionately. And you're saying that everybody has like a different style. They have to be aggressive at times. That's a characteristic. But if you truly look at these drivers, certain drivers out here, I was talking about Eric Noguera earlier. He has that samba feel when you're driving, and it's so.
It's a finesse thing.
Yes.
He throws it so smoothly into each corner, even though there's like what some would say, like, of course obviously it's not the biggest motor in the whole pack. But that finesse accounts for such a great lead that is really hard to follow without knowing your lines and your limitations as a driver.
Yeah, and you have other drivers out here that, like the taxi garage drivers I talked about earlier. They drive with a fun style, and it's so cool to see. But we got our drivers out here: Juliano, Emmanuel, that S chassis, Savio Silva, and that green S14. He's out here with the Drift HQ team over here, and he is out here just straight killing. He was doing it on the
line is clear. They're off.
Here we go. Juliano Emmanuel is right here in the lead, coming in with the initiation. It looks like Savio
having a problem.
He saw the reset lights. So there are reset lights in the beginning. So if someone hits the cone or if something happens on the lead, it looks like Juliano is just shredding tires, just to shred tires.
When you banging, you keep banging, I see. I like how we all thought that he could hear us in there.
Yeah, well, we have him going back to the line. There was a restart happening. So for people that are brand new fans out here, when a restart happens, usually when someone hits a cone going off the line, that starts a restart. You have 3 strikes, you're out. So it comes into the fact of did they jump or did they hit the cone?
To further explain that, there are guide cones at the very beginning that each car has to follow before they initiate that keeps a safe and fair distance before initiation into the first corner.
Yes. So like I was earlier mentioning, it's not a drag race to that first turn. It's actually, you want to keep a close proximity as much as possible throughout the whole track. It's a dance with cars, fast.
My girl already claimed this shirt. I just got it. She just messaged me. She's like, I'm watching the live stream. That shirt's mine, just so you know. I get it.
Yeah. So we have the drivers coming back up. We're going to get those lights back dim. We do also have updates from the other side of the bracket. Henry Pavone bowed out, and Jonathan Andrews bowed out for this competition. So looks like 3 drivers had to bow out, and we're going to have on the right side of the bracket, Duarte already has a Byron. You're going to see Paulo Mota and Mitchell Rohr, going to be battling on the right side.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and test this mic. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, hey.
Give me a few seconds.
Come and knock on our door.
Just a testing on the microphone. Testing on the microphone. Still testing in this nice little restricted area. I vouch for this guy. You're good. You're good. Look at that. The mic works, everybody. Is that exciting? Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get cars to come out here, and we're going to talk to them at this next round, all right? I'm going to get off the mic so those guys can commentate.
All right. We have our guys driving up. Juliano Emmanuel is going to be in the lead. Savio Silva in the chase. You got the...
Not a coincidence that both those cars are Drift HQ and Autosports Engineering.
Yeah, it's these guys out here were also driving. Actually, Savio was driving at Fuel Fest. If you ever been out there. Actually, you were. That's where I first met you.
I'm the MC of Fuel Fest, by the way.
Man.
If anybody doesn't know that, I also MC Fuel Fest. I'll be up in Jersey and ATL. If you guys want to come out for that, a lot of drifting, a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
big car show.
It was a great time.
Tyrese.
Here we go.
The whole Walker family's out there too. It's cool.
Lights are going green.
Let's go.
Juliano Emmanuel in the lead. Savio Silva in the chase.
Initiating like real early. Oh, no.
Reset.
Is he bagging him?
Well, it looks like he ran both tires. Which is going to be, oh, there we go. Might have been a jump on the line.
I don't know. He's getting frustrated, though.
We'll get an update.
We
on
got
the
this.
drivers.
The resets are mandatory in order to initiate a fair run.
Yep, for sure. And if you will also
It might seem like it might seem like a little thing or a technicality, but if you don't follow those rules,
yes,
there's always some sort of partiality that can happen, and that's not fair.
Well, it's not only in the pro-am you'll see it. You also see it in the pros.
Oh,
pro
absolutely.
Level. So it's not like, oh, these guys are just pro-am.
No.
When you're in that seat, it's nerves.
No. Legitimately, every single standard up to the pros enforced right here. That's why it is pro-am, because if you can't judge on that standard, how you gonna make it to the pros if you can't make it to the pro-ams?
They actually designed this layout.
How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't get in. Lag out.
That's a great philosopher quote.
It's absolutely.
Yeah, so and we having these guys lined back up over here. Waiting on the drone. We have FLYDAY Drones out here. He's been doing it for every round. He's a very
Flyday FPV.
FLYDAY Drones.
He gave me a little rundown of that of his equipment setup. He brought 2 different drones and then a mini drone that also does like fill-ins and stuff. Yep. Amazing technology.
My favorite thing to do is take a selfie when he has the goggles on.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the greatest thing ever. Here we go.
The future of piloting.
Juliano Emmanuel in the lead yet again. Savio Silva in the chase.
I feel like we've seen this part.
Yes, but there is no reset. Here comes Juliano coming in with a beautiful initiation to that first outer zone. Being as clean as possible, but here's Savio coming in with a close
not
proximity.
giving him any room.
Transition is buttery smooth, but a bobble from the chase, but now comes outer zone
all
2.
On the track.
Oh, it's getting real rowdy, a little bit too rowdy.
Let's go.
Smacking those cones, going to that final outer zone and filling it out. Oh, it shut down on the final outer zone.
Man, what a run. You guys make some noise. That was a run. Woo-woo.
That was sketchy.
Pump it up, let him know.
And that final outer zone, that was super sketchy. Oh, mercy. Now we're going to see the drone camera right here. Beautiful feint initiation going in from Juliano, going into that first outer zone, filling it out, keeping a mid-line all the way through. And then now riding that outer line, hitting that touch and go. Transition is good. Savio is scared, bobbled a little bit on the chase.
Yeah, I saw that.
But also Juliano was a little bit late into that outer zone too, but then books it and smacks the cones. That chokes up that chase driver going into that final outer zone, and it looks like it was just he got gripped up in the front and wasn't able to complete that drift on that final outer zone. So we're gonna have them switch sides. And for these guys out here that are competing, a lot of them have practiced on the sim. You have
I'm always ready. It's kind of what I do.
You have servers out there on Assetto Corsa where these guys practice, and they are out there just shredding tires, trying to get the similar feel with horsepower. But some of these guys,
well, it takes a lot of fine tuning. You don't just come out to even an amateur event, even a drift event, even an open track event. You don't just go out there not knowing the feel of your car, the limits. Now, granted, you're only going to experience the actual thrill of drifting and like the judgment and the upper echelon when it comes to competitive drifting at a competition.
For sure. And it's
everything else.
The thing is where it comes into, some even actually the pro drivers use a sim, and they're like, you don't feel the G-forces, but you kind of get that like sight lap. You see the markers, you see where it is. But we have Savio Silva now in the lead. Juliano Emmanuel in the chase. Let's see how Savio comes in with a nice initiation, going into that first outer zone, but misses it completely and tries to hit that touch and go, and all the way to the outer zone 2. Trying to build out another tire drop from Savio Silva, being super rowdy.
And both cones.
Going to that final outer zone, seeing if he can complete a lap all the way through.
There's a whole lot that did and didn't happen on that run. That's the safest way to say it.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a run.
And we're gonna see it where the drone replay comes in. At times, looks like there was a tire drop on that first outer zone, but that made him fall out. But he got back on throttle, trying to hit that touch and go and then now the transition.
Right there, yeah.
Yep. he goes in, and it looks like he got a little nervous from hitting that wall.
Well, at that point in time, you see this. You see there's a flatten. While he's overextending.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he's cutting straight across.
Oof,
Yeah.
That's
And then there's
that's sketchy to see right there. But we're gonna see what the judges say.
Contact.
So I think the judges have come to a decision.
It doesn't count if you say safety. I'm pretty sure.
And it looks like Savio Silva gets the win and moves on.
Guys, put your hands together, make some noise, let them know at home. Party's getting rowdy, let's go.
Our next drivers we got coming up. We're gonna look. It's Luis Lanz
There it is.
and Khashad Parson.
Is it Parson?
Parson.
Parson.
It's hard to say that dialect, but we'll go Khashad P. Parson. Hey.
I applaud you, sir. That was great.
Going in with Khashad.
I can't believe you got it right the first time.
Hey, I have a.
All right, we're going to give this a go here. Savio's taking off his helmet, smiling ear to ear through the helmet. How you feeling, buddy?
Amazing.
Amazing. Any other words out there? How's the track feeling? How's the car going? What's going on?
Track's good, car's good. I got a perfect team. There's no reason not to win.
Perfect. Go kill it, man. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys could hear him. Good.
Yeah, we got him.
Not quite sure if everybody could hear that. Savio has said he has an amazing team out there. Love the track. Car's feeling great, and he's ready to go win this thing.
All right, we're going to have our next drivers come up. All right, so we're going to have our drivers get ready and line up, but a lot of people talk about one more times. There is no one more times in seating brackets. It's you show up, throw down. And now in battles in the show, you're going to have those one more time moments. And it comes into how the judges deem fit to throw down the one more time. If you've never been to a drift event, a one more time is exactly what it says. One more time, we're going to see them get new tires, throw out their cars yet again on the lap, on the track. And we're going to see how we have my co-host dropping stuff behind me and getting scared. It's a fun experience over here having you as a co-commentator. First experience here, like I said before, I met you at Fuel Fest, and
I'm not new to this.
I know you're not.
It's really fun. It's fun to come back to, especially considering you're much more knowledgeable about not only the drivers but this particular event. Coming from the outside but still inside perspective, it's absolutely amazing.
Yes,
like the thrill of it, the professionalism, not only on the broadcast but also like the drivers work together, the meetings, the coordination to get all these teams like onto the line and ready to run.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's like a symphony you have over here. It's definitely a symphony.
Everybody's got their part.
If the track crew isn't on point with their stuff, it slows down.
In your saxophones.
I'd rather be a bass.
Are you a bass kind of guy?
Like the tuba.
Oh, bass. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Check,
tuba,
check,
bass.
check,
Hey,
check,
do whatever
check.
you want.
Hello.
Here he
So,
goes.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to see my audio. They were saying it was a little too low, so I was just trying to see where it was at.
Are you in
Here we go. Little. Oh, there it is.
Here we are.
I know it's kind of loud, so I couldn't hear myself. So
count backwards from 7?
8, 9.
I said backwards. Wow.
Here we go. We have Luis Lanz. He won last year, and he is actually competing in Prospect. He's going to be going into the next Prospect round. Kind of excited about the new layout in Formula Drift. And we have Khashad in the chase. Here we go. The lights are green. Luis Lanz.
Little line hesitation there.
Chevy Corvette coming out here, able to fill out that first outer zone. Use some left foot braking to keep his car right in there, and he hits that touch and go all the way to that second outer zone. Beautiful transition from Luis Lanz. Was able to reel it all the way in, going all the way to that second touch and go. Now here comes this D-cell zone, and Khashad gets a dive right into that pocket, and Luis Lanz fills out that track as best as he could. That was a beautiful performance from Luis Lanz. He did compete last year. He did fight actually last year. It was Christian Control and Luis Lance, and he got knocked out. So that's going to be
that
an
was the
exciting
run
battle.
that was the run that did they go again, or did they have a light issue?
So they had Luis Lance. This is the story from last year. Luis Lance had mechanical issues.
Okay.
And he told Christian Catrone, he's like, hey, I have some issues. And Christian was like, if you want to send it, we'll send it. And this is like the difference of motorsports right here.
See, I didn't, of course, in the live stream, I'm not seeing all that.
Yeah, it's wild to see that the stories develop from these drivers. But we also got Christian Catrone. He's in the pits. He's getting round up. He's in the black Chevy Corvette. He's also feisty competitor in the U.S. Drift Circuit.
No, truly.
And he's just locked in. I had a conversation with him earlier in the previous round where he says he uses a sports psychologist to kind of get himself tuned in and honed in. So when he gets on the line, he could just lock in. And in his words, kill mode. It's crazy how these guys are. Yeah, it's insane to see it. It's kind of cool to see these drivers use different kinds of like psychology or even just recovery methods, certain things to kind of keep themselves mellow.
The second half of motorsport is sport, and in any sport you have to absolutely hone in your senses. You have to heighten them. You have to focus them on whatever it is that you're trying to do. If you're trying to finesse that car and all that power, and whatever it is that's going on with everybody's steering system, because everybody's got their own thing going on underneath the hood. But all of that to keep it in control, not spin out, not crash into them. I mean, the average person couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely that we also talk about how these guys take advantage of different classes. Yesterday they had a class with Chelsea Denofa, 2023 Formula Drift champion, and the knowledge that guy has is outstanding.
I've been watching Chelsea Drift. Actually, he's one of the other people that when I first started commentating, I got to watch him and other Florida grassroots drifters just getting out there and tearing it up, and some of the professionalism, but also some of the competitive nature of all those people.
It's awesome because I also had a conversation with him, and he's out there to have fun, in a sense, but he's like he's very competitive.
No, Chelsea's here to win.
Yeah, he's like I have fun winning.
He's here to win yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's great to see
He and DJ
him.
Khaled, all they want to do is win, no matter what.
He's got money on his mind.
Chelsea does not, in fact, give a what. Everybody's hands go up, and they stay there until he says so. Let's go.
Here we go.
No, but that competitive nature translates to some of the best drifting that you can imagine.
And it looks like there's a reset going on.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. And I said,
it looks like there is an issue with the car.
Is he bringing it on back, or is he taking it on
I
out?
think the judges have came up with this decision.
I hear some talking.
We hear some grumbling.
There's some grumbling.
There's some grumblings afoot.
There seems to be some grumblings. Waiting on reports.
And it looks like Luis Lance gets the win and moves on.
I know.
Oh, okay. So Lewis has that win?
That's the words we're getting. Are you hearing the grumblings?
I heard rumblings amongst the crowds. I'm actually with the crowds.
You're of the people.
The lowborns,
By the
I
people,
think, is
of
what
the
Game of
people,
Thrones says.
And ginger like the people.
Are all the people ginger?
No, hopefully not. Wait, this is a live stream. I said that. Yes. Like all the gingers tuning in at home, please to write in. Go there. My sincerest apologies.
So it looks like the judges have come with a decision.
All right, we're going to talk to Lewis Lance here.
As Dustin.
Is it Lewis Lance?
Yes, Lewis.
How's it going, Lewis?
Yeah, Lewis.
Spoiler alert, it's that guy.
You want to open your hood thing real quick?
It's broken.
It's broken, but you're not broken. Good runs out there. Camel put a good chase, but you held together a good lead and getting the win. Are you excited to go forward?
Oh yeah, man. I kind of wanted to follow him, but it is what it is, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck, man. We'll see you out there in the next one.
Luis Lance is actually one of our favorite drivers because he's so bubbly. I would say bubbly.
Can you guys hear him at all?
I heard the muffled Luis Lance.
You heard him say, "Yeah, I love my wife and my children, and without their support, there was no way I could be here." He didn't say any of that, by the way, but I just,
You know, even though you said that, Dustin, that is definitely a fact with his team and his camp over there.
They're amazing.
It's great family over there, man. It's awesome to see them.
It's a whole Fast and Furious over there. Just family. Just family everywhere.
Lack of Corona. Lack of Coronas.
Oh, man. Now we have
I can't wait to be at Fuel Fest. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest things. Look right over at Tyrese and said, you know how it feels to be the second most handsome man on the stage? And Tyrese is just like, don't I know it? Like, but he's like 5 foot, so he's like you. You and Tyrese, same size.
Don't you?
Puerto Rican Tyrese.
Hey, I got Campbell coming back to tell us what's going on. We're going to check in with him real quick.
What's going on? I want to know. Can you show
Sure.
me?
We're going to ask him to turn off his car so we can actually hear him real quick.
That sounds like a lot.
All right. So what's going on, man?
It's been a long, stressful day. First run, I broke a tranny, broke third gear. My team.
Can anybody hear him?
A little bit.
Put
Here,
the
so sorry.
microphone
Here.
under his
Come on, get out of the car. We're going to do it this way. All right, buddy. So what happened, man?
All right, so first run of the day,
there
I
it
broke
is.
my tranny. Luckily, the team, we were able to put the tranny back in, got it going.
Yeah.
And then we're fighting, breaking up issues. And then we pulled the gate, so we've been on gate. The second run in, my axle broke, so can't help it, but it is what it is.
Dang, out there throwing it, an amazing chase against a veteran that is now in the FD program. You know, coming back over here in a Corvette, a car that you've been building the last couple of years, killing it at OSW, killing it in the Black Friday Spring Break comps, and now you're at US Drift Circuit, and you're absolutely killing it. Can't wait for the next round to see you get out there and win a round. Everybody make some noise for the boys. The locals coming out, putting all the effort in.
Love seeing the locals out there. Now we have our next drivers coming out. Paulo Mota in the chase. Mitchell Rohr in the lead. Let's see if Mitchell.
I've been excited for this
roar
fight all day.
All the way through the track. It looks like a reset.
Yep. At least they're both on the same page and save some tires.
But it looks like there was a
spacing issue.
Yeah,
we'll call
maybe.
it that.
You will say spacing issue, and there's cones there, buddy.
You said there's cones there, buddy. You threw the buddy in there, that's buddy.
Well, I always tell my sim
friend.
drivers that the thing is, like with sim compared to real life, the sim they make the cones concrete, and these guys have direct drive wheels, so it hits like they're
bound.
It's more than bound. It's like, oh god.
That force feedback.
That force feedback sends your hands to mock Jesus into their frame.
I mean, that's how you train it, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Have
if you're like if you're traumatized by that force feedback.
All right, here we go. We'll have them go again. Here we go. Mitchell Rohr in the lead. BMW. Paulo Mota in the chase with the Ford Mustang. Mitchell Rohr coming out here. Ooh. Being a little shallow on that first outer zone, but able to get on there.
Follow the line.
Tire drops on that first outer zone, all the way into the transitioning. Paulo Mota goes! Spinaroonie all the way through.
Now all you got to do is finish the dance.
Mitchell Rohr coming out here trying to finish out the line, and Paulo Mota struggled to keep that proximity going into that transition to outer zone 2. We'll see what the drone replay shows.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, we're not using previous points towards like this round. We're not going by points, are we? We don't have a point
Oh,
system.
so how the point system goes with
if you don't mind explaining it.
Yeah, so with these drivers, the previous round there is points. They were deemed points. There's actually, I believe there's
but here it's just bracket to head to head.
Yeah, right now it's just trying to get into the show. And the show, that's where like most of the points come in to play. And this is so you could keep fighting to get into that spot.
Understandably so.
So you have, actually, if we're talking about the tie, we could go back to it. You have Colette Davis. She already had a bye run. It's pretty much guaranteed that she's going to get into the show from what I'm seeing on this bracket. And then, so that's good. You have John Temple out there, another guy that's kind of like an underdog, able to fight through it. But you also have Duarte as well as... Who else we have here that was previous? Is it Ryan Acevedo? No, Ryan Acevedo is a bye actually.
I'll say,
he's driving tomorrow. So we have a couple of guys that are already in the show, and they're all tied. So
that's easy.
Yeah, it's easy. So it's gonna go all the way to the end of the season, the final round, which is gonna make it more exciting to see. Especially
right, then you have a lot of head-to-heads that have been waiting all season long with good runs and consistency.
last year how it ended up, Luis Lance was very consistent podium or getting in the top 5 throughout the whole season, that on the final round he was able to just drive across the line and he already won the season. So we have Paulo Mota in the lead, Mitchell Roy in the chase. Mitchell Roy coming out here. It looks like a reset yet again. But Paulo Mota is driving through the track. And being as loud as can be throughout this whole track. Shredding tires.
Throwing it though.
Hey, he is throwing it. He missed a couple of zones,
though.
but he's probably thinking, hey, I won. Hey. But there was actually a reset. So.
Where'd everybody go?
Yeah,
how we doing, Bob?
Puig.
Good to see you.
Puig out there.
I thought this was a different kind of party.
Oh yeah, man, it's so great. Actually, the coolest thing about being in these kind of like environments, especially this kind of like festival, you get to interact with the fans. Like Fuel Fest was insane. 20,000 people out there, and we have I haven't had a number. We'll probably get a on how many attendees we have today.
No, it's crowds crazy. Like that in motorsports are what are bringing people back into the interest, but also to experience this live is nothing like you can watch. Like the live stream is amazing, and it gives everybody a home access, and everybody on the move or wherever you are, you can share it. You can share it with your friends. You can go back and look at the live stream and double take on all the races. You can get the judges' take.
Yes.
You can rewind and actually watch it from the drone view, especially if you're here. But there's nothing like being right here, getting a little tire dust in your face, hearing those engines, seeing the pieces, seeing the rub, seeing the love.
I think it was very fun and an entertaining aspect of Fuel Fest. We actually had fans start judging, and then they felt the pressure of being a judge up there. Some of them actually never understood the criteria of what the judges look for, but it's something to get them in there and starting to love the passion of drifting that we all have here. Now,
progressively more and more intense levels of
it's different than Tokyo Drift.
Right, absolutely.
You don't drive through the streets.
Right, you can't just blast Teriyaki Boys and win. Can't just inexplicably drop an RB into a Mustang and win.
What would be your go-to roll-up song? Like, what would be the song that you would blast?
Go-to, like at the car meet?
No, like when you're at the line, you need a song to pump you up. What would be the song?
Like Fast and the Furious, like 2, when they're just sitting there and for whatever reason everybody has subwoofers in their race cars and 8 TVs.
Man, you wouldn't listen to Barbie Girl or anything like that, like right before rolling up to the line?
Not gonna lie, I have like a
soft spot for Barbie Girl?
I have like a.
Hey, can you guys hear me? You're having some bad reverb off of this one. I don't know if that's something up there or not.
Oh, no, I don't.
So, yeah, back to what we were saying. Barbie Girl probably has a special place in your heart. I know it did have a special place in my heart when I was deployed, but a lot of people coming out here. It looks like Paulo Mota is getting his car towed. Seems like there is an issue with his car. That's why he was unable to finish his battle. And we're going to be going to our next battle. It's going to be Andreas Mesner versus Dustin Susna. Sosa. Looking at these brackets real quick.
You hear it? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. That's a little.
Yep.
Did it go away or is it still there? I can't hear it. It's all my fault.
So we have 2 drivers getting ready behind this battle here as Paulo Mota is getting towed out. Andreas Mesner versus Dustin Sosa.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's Paulo had a couple struggles last year with his car, but this year I think it doesn't seem as consistent as he wants it to be, and it's very, very unfortunate for him.
All right, so what's the bracket look like now
So
as we progress?
So when we're looking at the bracket,
As we proceed.
on the left side of the bracket, we're going to be seeing Eric Noguera versus Eric K, Alex Puig versus Byron Parish, Luis Braz, Savio Silva, Luis Lanz versus Leo Alvarado. And Alvarado actually had a very
Got a hold on your forehead.
Leo had a nasty accident in Citrus County. He went hard.
So
into that
I
wall.
heard about that via the book faces.
He hit that wall so hard, and me and Alec saw that, and we were just in awe because how hard he hit it. And it's like these guys are driving
just so you
40
know.
miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, but if you're going to an object that doesn't move,
Check 1, 2.
it hurts. So we have our drivers getting offline, waiting for Paulo Mota to get towed off. But we will go to a commercial break while these guys get towed off.
If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. Whether you're building a dedicated track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture top quality billet performance parts that cater to a wide variety of applications, from transmission conversions and custom drive shafts to valve covers. We use only the finest materials and advanced technology to produce the most reliable parts out there in order for you to achieve your goals. If you would like to find out more about our products, feel free to reach out to us at autosportsengineering@gmail.com or check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built into every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
We are live. Just letting the judges know.
And we're getting our drivers ready. And we have Andreas Mesner versus Dustin Sosa.
Yes.
So, Mesner.
I was trying to find. Oh, it's way back here now. What happened?
What?
There was like a spot I had, and where like my arm was like. It was so comfortable, and now I can't find it again.
You make me actually look tiny.
I really like. I feel like I should stand more in the background, so there's like an
That's
optical
even
illusion.
worse.
No, because then if you stand closer and I stand further, see, and then we'll try to
vibe with it. I guess
I'll stand like this. Just
I don't think that works.
I'll give it the old baseball hunch. You better.
You're gonna call balls and strikes in the back.
Yeah, no. Ball 3, get him out of here.
Well, we have our drivers getting ready.
Dropping them into the box.
The next drivers we're going to be seeing after the Andreas Mesner will be and Dustin Sosa battle will be Tom M and Willie Espinosa. Willie Espinosa, he drives that purple RX-7 with the LS in it. Loud as can be.
I saw that thing going through tech, and I thought to myself, you know, it's going to be a lot of car. A lot of car throwing.
But he's very. I went up to him in the pits earlier. I'm like, how you feeling? He's like, well, I'm feeling. Like, it's just, he's out there just to have fun and see how he does. I think he was even talking about having another build in the works. So that's something interesting that I want to see at the Pro-Am level. He also does King's Performance. He's actually has his own business behind backing the whole project and the whole program. So that's cool to see. Some of these guys come out here, they set up a program, but they also have a business on the backbone to kind of help them out.
Somebody said you need a stool in the chat.
Oh, mercy.
But there's plenty of love in there, too. There's a lot of support.
Yeah, no, I saw a lot of guys from the sim community scene and in the chat, they say, I love Tiny. It was pretty funny and heartwarming from these guys.
Just getting it going.
Yep, it looks like they're going. Oh, it looks like Colette Davis is going out there in the burnout box. She's going to take her first run since Henry Pavone isn't
How's
running.
the sound?
What's that?
I was asking the live stream. No, you're fine. You're fine. I was checking the live stream. I'm trying to keep up with everybody.
It's hard, ain't it?
I know. Well, you've got the bracket, so I've got the live stream, and between the two of us, we'll just keep interacting.
Yeah, we'll do that. We can work with that.
I didn't realize there was a whole conversation going on in the live stream, everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the live stream. Everybody feel free to say what up. Give me a peace sign. Drop whatever emoji you feel like.
Yo, that dude got a fan. You see that? Wait, can we go back to that camera? Don't worry. We're going to see Colette go up. We'll go back to that guy later.
We'll pan back.
Yeah.
I brought my fan.
We'll that was like.
Shout out to unsponsored Temu in the building, by the way. If you let your Temu fingers browse way too long, you end up with fans in the mail in random weeks later.
Here we go. We got Colette Davis with the C6 Corvette. Just has to go through line and power, just finishing up that slap so she could continue on in the bracket. Colette
Once
Davis.
again, this is a Byron.
Yep, Colette Davis is out here shredding, doing a
showing
fantastic job filling out the zones, being super consistent with her driving most of the day. And now here comes that D-cell zone. Being able to just shred all the way out there, flirting with disaster. Beautiful performance from Colette Davis to get herself into the.
You guys make some noise for Colette on that Byron. Still hitting every spot.
Get it, girl.
Side to side. Nice.
Oh, that's a good song too. Got my arms full. But,
shout out to Rihanna.
Rihanna?
Yeah, side to side.
Oh, I was thinking of 3-6 Mafia.
Oh.
Yeah. That was
side to side. Oh.
Twisting my body from side to side.
Sir. Sir. I don't know if anybody old enough to listen to that song also knows how to get on the live stream, so careful. My grandson put me on the stream lives, and I saw the drift circuit with the US's. It was nice. It was nice.
That was a baller run from Colette Davis. Colette Davis is.
Somebody said there's still audio issues at home.
Well,
I don't know what to do. I've unplugged everything that I possibly can, other than myself.
We have, like I was saying before, Colette Davis is with the Drift HQ camp. So
yes.
they all work together, and they have their own mechanics. And
that's another cool aspect of this event that a lot of people don't realize is the whole. No, I lost the word. The whole pit is right here. Sorry. It absolutely.
The whole dynamic of the pit?
No, the pit itself is right here. So you can literally explore and meet each and every one of these drivers and race cars. You can see them up close. You also left the car. Cool. Left me high and dry trying to look for a 3-letter word.
I didn't even know where you were going with
it. That's okay. The pits are right there. And that's something that people don't realize on the live stream is that when you're at a US Drift event, you can just walk over and see up close and personal how these guys are working on these cars, from the tire swaps to the minor technical adjustments they're making from run to run.
Yes.
To create that perfect motorsport chemistry.
It was
motorsport.
It was kind of heartwarming for me.
Migos.
Here we go. We have Willie Espinosa. Tom M in the lead. Backing off the line a little bit.
Is there a reset happening, or
possibly reset happening? I think they're swapping sides because it looked like. And actually, Willie Espinosa is supposed to lead, and Tom is supposed to be in the chase. There we go. Here we go. We got the judges ready. We're gonna get ready for the lights. Willie Espinosa in that purple RX-7. We have a C6 Corvette. Tom M out there. Here he comes. Willie Espinosa. Purple RX-7 coming in with a nice initiation to that first outer zone, getting a nice fill out. Tom is trying to keep that proximity, a little bit of wavering in the chase, but man, Willie Espinosa being as rowdy and rambunctious as he can
Cutting across hard in that smoke, got lost in the sauce.
Huge bobble from Tom.
And again,
filling it out all the way through. Beautiful lead run from Willie Espinosa, going all the way through to the final outer zone.
Trying to keep the distance, but did not have the run that he wanted there.
Yeah, Willie was doing a great job filling out, being smooth. With drifting, you have to be smooth in the lead. And you have to give that opportunity for that chase driver to get that close proximity. But Tom, you see Tom bobble.
I use the term all the time that your transitions have to be buttery, which probably goes to reflect like my cholesterol levels as a person. But still, like the buttery smoothness of a good transition is really hard to follow because the other driver not only has to have the exact same level of finesse that you're exhibiting for that one moment, but also still power and control their car equally.
It's a lot about timing when it comes into the transitions. So being able to be the chase driver and knowing, all right, this guy normally transitions here. Let me start transitioning so I could dive right back into the pocket. And what I mean by pocket is like the door. You need that proximity
and you
there.
still have to give them the space to transition themselves. If you block them from that,
it's going to be a bad day for both drivers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we have the flip around. We have Willie Espinosa in the chase. Tom M in the lead. It's cool to see these guys come up with new concoctions of cars. It's kind of like finding your nice little balance of what you like and feel. Wheelbase wise, when you're talking about like comparing the Corvette and the RX-7, you have a smaller wheelbase, so it's going to be a little bit more snappier, but you have the RX-7 being as smooth as possible.
Jeez. Sorry, we're just trying to tune things at the house.
All right. It's cool to see that these people are actually lined up on that second outer wall here. There's also people in Sebring. If you've never been to Sebring, it's an iconic track. There's people sitting.
You're drifting to your left. You probably forego that huge big dust cloud of straight tire smoke from that second turn.
Yeah, it's our first sunset together,
sounds like
so it feels great. See, like
cherish this moment.
Alec didn't give me that love before, and he said he needed a couple more times, and the chemistry is there for us.
It's okay. Just let it be known that if the picture's too good, I'm photoshopping you out for one of my girl because she doesn't get to travel with me as often, so I'm just take full advantage of it.
Here
I don't know when it happened, but there it is.
We got Willie Espinosa now in the chase.
Tom on the phone.
Here we go. First outer zone, a little bit shallow from Tom, but able to reach all the way out to that touch and go. Transition is good from Tom. Here comes Willie Espinosa.
In much better form on the lead, though.
But here comes the closing in on proximity of Willie Espinosa getting door to door.
Giving him no room.
All the way through to the final outer zone. Here comes that dive from Willie Espinosa to try to dial him back in. Oh, that was a really good chase from Willie.
That was a great run. You guys make some noise.
So I'm only assuming with these drivers, they have spotters. So people that have never been into a drift competition, with drivers, they have a guy in their helmet talking to them. Hey, you need to go 100%. Get as close as possible to the door. You have to be a conservative because your lead lap was great and he straightened out in the chase. So you have this communication. So it looks like the judges have come to a unanimous decision. I'm waiting for our staff to point at Willie Espinosa gets the win and moves on.
Espinosa with the win. You guys once again make some noise for Espinosa. Make some noise for all competitors today.
Well, apparently I'm not going to get to interview him.
Oh.
Yes. Willie Espinosa, he's going to be
Do you need a hug down there? Are you okay?
A little shrug. I got you, bro. I'll give you a hug, guys.
Oh, there it goes. It's working. I was gonna say, I'll come up there and party with you guys at this
that
point.
shrug
like,
said so much.
It's
man.
so much down here. But it's a ton. It's
we
a
got
fun,
you on the live stream right now, though. Look
Whoa,
at you, you're live.
Hey, there's the camera.
In
Hi.
the people, with the people, for
No,
the
look
people.
at all the people. Don't look at me. Look at all these fans out here. Make
All
some
these
noise,
people.
guys. You're on camera. There you are. Absolutely. As they walk away.
Yeah, we have our audio. We have our audio engineer up here working out on that hum, but we are
doesn't necessarily mean that,
getting this situated. You see Paulo Mota. We're gonna go back to that battle.
The idea is
Paulo Mota versus Mitchell Rohr. Here he comes. Here he comes. Paulo Mota in that red Ford Mustang. Mitchell Rohr in the BMW. BMWs have been a stellar tool in the drift world. A lot of people are using.
You have no hum in your ear.
A lot of people are using the BMW to get themselves situated into the drift scene and then use it all the way into the pro Formula Drift area. You have one competitor in Formula Drift, Rome Charpentier. He ran his E46 all the way through his pro seasons, and now we have Mitchell Rohr out here. HH Staffing, Livery in the chase. Here comes Paulo Mota. Paulo Mota is just straight shredding his tires. Let's get some waves. We're getting waves from the media guys saying, hey, slow down. Paulo Mota is just being as possible.
All the way live cutting them.
Well,
I mean, if you're going to have all that horsepower, you might as well use it.
yeah, right?
Don't abuse it, though.
Back to what I was saying earlier with Rome Charpentier, or Charpentier. Some people would say.
Charpentier? Is that what we're going with? That was that was a level of eloquence that you only use with a fork and knife and a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, and it's crazy. With me having a speech impediment, I could be able to do that.
Can you spell impediment?
Nope, I can't spell impediment.
That's the worst part about
That's why I
that
joined the army.
I saw somebody wave.
Oh, we got people waving out there.
SLR,
Where's
I
that
see you
dude?
guys.
Where's that
Shout
dude
out to
with
the
the
crowd.
fan?
I see you. The fan cam. Everybody look at the fan cam. Get your wave on.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. We're at home. Tell them to subscribe. We are live right now on YouTube. Tell your family, tell your friends you're famous right now.
Big smiles over there.
This is your big break.
Okay. There we go. Paulo Mota in the lead. Mitchell Rohr in the chase. Paulo Mota was struggling with this track layout last year as well, but it seems like he can't even get off the line without a reset. For the second time, I believe, is the reset right now. I'm starting to lose count. I'm losing fingers on resets today.
We're on strike 2.
Yeah. So we have.
You told me to do the umpire thing. I'm keeping up with it. You don't even know over here. I've called the whole game. You just don't realize it. Bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, bottom of the 7th. Yeah, Paulo Mota in the lead.
Cubbies have the lead, leading up second.
Mitchell gets a little spicy off the jump, but now he's trying to dial it back in.
Throws it off the hill.
Trying to cut it a little bit close. Now he's getting
Knuckle
that
ball.
proximity. And here's Paulo Mota coming into second out of zone.
Missed the
Mitchell
plate a little
is
bit.
Diving as close as possible.
Real aggressive line, but no drift to it.
Oh, this is going to be really hairy on this transition. Mitchell Rohr was able to slow himself down and dive right back into the pocket. Oh, it looks like a tire flew off.
My.
Keep your heads down. We got tires flying.
No rubber.
Wow. Wait, what?
I'm talking about this. He left the rubber on the track. He left the rubber on the track. For those of you at home, there is.
Check. We're going to go talk to him over there. Might as well, right?
Yeah, speaking of rubber on the track, let's.
I'm allowed on track.
Speaking of Speaking of rubber on the track, our man with the plan out with the fans.
Yep. Well, we're getting Dustin walking out there. Is he in Crocs?
Man, he looks like he drove the literal.
I love the sensor.
I like how he thinks that mic is going to work out there. He's interviewing the tire.
We'll catch up with him back in the pits. We're going to let them pick him up. But
I should mime the
for
whole
everybody
thing.
over here,
let the record grab him up.
we can't hear him, but he's interviewing the tire. There we go. We can hear you now.
Well, we have Dustin out there trying to get that interview a little bit, but the mic couldn't. Oh, there you. I hear you now.
The play-by-play from Justin.
Do you hear us now?
Top tier, absolutely. Actually, as long as you don't move. What's the man with the plan out there on the field, sir?
Well,
Dustin.
I think
Can we report? He's just gonna stare at the camera.
I'm looking at Dustin out there.
We're looking at the live stream.
And you got,
for those of you at home, if you're not seeing it, you are still going.
And Mitchell is just.
Mitchell came back to look and see what he did.
Like it.
He's got his tail between his legs. He know what he did wrong. It's okay.
Yeah.
Now that tire kicked itself off right in that last transition, finishing strong.
And it looks like Mitchell Rohr is gonna get the win from this battle. Mitchell
coming in. It looks like he's coming in for the interview. Hold on.
Yeah. Mitchell out there just straight being as committed as possible. I walked into the pit earlier. He was like, "Hey, Tiny, what's up?" And I was able to talk. There's that crazy fan, like not the actual person.
That is a large fan.
We got Young Buck Wapin.
That is USDC's biggest fan right there.
That. It's insane.
She's doing a lot of work.
Yes, we're talking to you, lady. There it is. That's a huge fan. Where'd you get that from? eBay?
eBay.
Yeah, I'm not dating myself. eBay. Like that was our Amazon back in the day.
It could be Temu. We've updated it now. If you don't order random stuff from Temu, what are you even doing?
We got Mitchell Rohr over here getting.
I'm waiting on Dustin to do the
excited. Dustin is still on the track trying to use that mic.
He's
over
lost
there.
in the sauce.
There he is.
Oh, there he's
got
almost
a good
lost
job
his hat.
going. There it goes.
I know you guys couldn't hear me over there, but that tire folded in like a taco. Completely came off of it. We're going to get an interview real quick with him, see what he thought about that. Hey, a lot of charging, a lot of running from you. It seemed like the car was having some issues. What was going on?
Well, I got pinched in the middle because homie missed the outer zone in zone 2, so I had to just check up with the handbrake and try and keep it together without straightening out, and then I just put it on his door for the rest of the lap, bro.
Did you see the tire come off?
No. I knew that something happened because he completely stopped, and I thought I just hit him, and I was like, oh, fuck, but he's all good. So Paulo's a great driver. We'll do this again another time. You know, shit happens, so.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see you out there for sure. Excited for tomorrow. Just to catch up if you guys couldn't hear him.
Yeah, we heard him.
I think we all heard him. He wants to let you know his car wasn't having an issue at all. He was just making decisions because he was checking up. He was slowing down, and he just said, oh, I'm not going to ram into him. He knew something was wrong. He didn't see the tire come off, but he sure said that was funny to see it after.
Thank you for the censored version.
He gave us the Forrest Gump. He gave us the Forrest Gump 101. Shot me in the butt top. That guy's on vacation right now. I see.
Look at that media guy. The gun's on him. I told him the first time I met him. He's like, I just use it for the camera.
Somebody took a checkered flag.
There he is. There he is.
Out of it. That's also cool.
Yeah.
He's so studly.
We got this guy. He's flexing his calves.
Hawaii,
oh wait, you're
Hawaii
not gonna hide back there,
We see
buddy.
you on the live stream. Holding it down.
It's so great to see that enthusiasm.
You would think with that type of shirt we're in the Keys right now. Like, that's the type of energy that shirt's giving off.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our media guy.
Oh, you're still thinking about him, huh?
Yeah, dude.
You in a short king streak? It's okay, man. Live your life, buddy.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, first off, we're going to talk about energy. Let's just talk about that hairdo and those sunglasses you're rocking up there, buddy. I mean, what do you mean where? Look at yourself in the mirror, buddy. You got your ponytail and glasses going on.
I like how everyone was waiting to see who he was trying to talk about. It was you.
Every single person's like, oh, I wonder who he's talking about.
What are you talking about?
Hey, love the Oakley glasses. Is my favorite thing. Dustin, you rock the Pit Vipers, got the beard. You're the Florida man. I'm the Jersey boy.
It's really great that Dustin. It was really great that Dustin waited till the sun went down to actually put his sunglasses on for some reason. He hasn't had them on, but all of a sudden.
The funniest thing is last year.
My sunburn says something different. I don't know. They've been on my face all day.
The funniest thing is last year I had my sunglasses on. We had a light here that was completely blinding me. Everybody's wondering why I'm having sunglasses at night. And I'm not trying to quote the song, but it was so bright here.
I'm not thinking of anything but that song now. You've ruined the rest of your speech.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm pretty sure the chat is saying the same thing. I'm vibing right now. So it's a great song. Speaking of paradise over here, you look at that sunrise over there.
I was just about to
right.
say, can we talk about the sunset?
Yeah.
Just take a second and appreciate this. If the live stream could pick this up.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I don't
get
know
a
if
look
the
at
camera
that.
can see that sunrise.
Gosh,
sunset,
it's a
sorry.
sunset. You've said sunrise 3 times.
Hey, you know what? Concussions.
If you could all count at home with me, 1, 2 chickens.
So the sunset out here, that's the one thing I love about Sebring.
No.
It's gorgeous, especially when you're seeing these different tracks come out here. As Noel is standing in front of the camera, you
It's
see
okay.
the back of
We've
his
got
head.
a lot of walkie-talkies going. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that you guys can't see at home. There's probably more people behind this camera than like a typical production, because we also have video on this side. We have the live stream from the drone, so the judges can see it actually live in view and judge even more accurately. We also have the judges up here who are using not only laptops to review each and every moment that the drone is catching, but also statistics that are being fed to them via the line judges as well as the people on the floor and out on the track. Like, it could not be any more accurate when it comes down to not only how we judge these events, but all the technology that's intertwined with making this broadcast look like this.
I was talking to Alec the first time I commentated US Drift Circuit, right at this track, how the changes of drifting has evolved. I've been a fan of drifting since 2007, and that's when basically 120 megabits per second was fast. So watching Formula Drift, they didn't have drones back then. It was just cameras. They were trying to get the cameras at the right spot so they could be able to get situated. But now we have our drivers come up. And it looks like it is Andreas Mesner.
I lost my
No,
headset.
it's actually Eric Noguera and Eric K. We're on the left side of the bracket. Here he goes, Eric, the fireball Noguera coming into that first initiation in the outer zone, filling it out on the mid-line, low line, going all the way to that touch and go. Will he touch it? Yes, he will. Going into the transition to outer zone 2. This is where that iconic photo he's gotten of a fireball going through outer zone 2 as he straight is absolutely
banging doors.
mental. Going through that final outer zone in transition. Oh my goodness, Eric Noguera, ladies and gentlemen, with that Chevy Corvette.
He didn't want that run to go to waste.
Man, he's, like I said to you before, Eric Noguera has that samba feel. You saw that rhythm going through everywhere.
Immediately, there's that little two-step into it. Once he kind of like, yep, you see, there's the little pre-sway. It's real nice.
And we get that nice little faint drift going into that first outer zone. He was feeling the rhythm, feeling the rhyme going into the second outer zone.
Did you just make a bobsled time?
Yes.
Cool runnings. Cool runnings at Sebring. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Being able to touch that, the outer zone 2, or that touch and go 2, that's very, very big, crucial point mistake possibly for Eric Noguera.
I was about to say, how much of a mistake is that considering how clean and consistent of a run he was on?
That, it depends. This is what the beauty of drifting is. So luckily, the beauty of drifting is a judge motorsport. So the judges are going to look at both runs and see if, hey, his lead run was better or was his chase run better. Looking at
Hi,
back
Mama
and forth.
B. I see you in the chat. Sorry, I'm saying hey to everybody in the chat.
I don't even think a lot of the people that are in the chat has ever seen Cool Runnings. If you have, let's get a hype in the chat.
Let me get some Jamaican flags for the Cool Runnings. Oh, I see a couple lights. Or do we have to go pick anybody up?
I think somebody
needs a ride home?
Yes, someone needs to get picked up from the school bus. Cool Runnings, man. Cool. I think that's the first time I caught you off guard.
You know, it was good.
It was a good one, right?
It
was smooth.
I would be proud of it.
No mercy. Looks like Eric K had an issue with his vehicle. They have the guys over there looking to see if he spilled some.
I see you. My boy Mensa. Where you at, Andrew? Shout out to my boy Andrew Mensa. A mean drifter in his own right.
Yes.
That guy's insane. She said, Tiny, you're making me crazy. It's Jimmy. Jimmy's going wild in the chat. I need some more Jamaican flags in the chat. I see you guys being silly. That's a lot of fun.
It was one of my favorite movies when I was younger.
Oh, man. Cool
Classic.
Runnings. Quintessential.
And we have our guys getting them strapped up to the back of that pickup truck and getting them off track. And we have some people going over the bridge over there.
I was going to point that out. I know we can't really, like, get the...
Yeah.
Like, there's so much natural beauty to the right that we can't even share on the live stream. If Noel wasn't directly in the way, it'd be the most beautiful thing.
It's actually very elegant. You see Rad Dan glistening in the sunlight from my angle. So these guys are out here. We're talking about this layout. The layout here, their inspiration from the layout was actually for Formula Drift Long Beach.
I was about to say, isn't this the Long Beach layout? Yeah.
So they're trying to kind of mimic that kind of feel. That's why originally it was an inner clip at the end.
Now, you say there was the inner clip.
Yes.
What modifications did they make?
So there was a late Apex inner clip at the end.
Ooh, look at that sunset shot.
Yes.
Live stream right now with that beautiful sunset shot. That's what we're seeing. It's over here.
There was a
really cool.
There was a late Apex inner clip at the end, and so what that forced the driver to do is kind of float to that final touch and go, and then dive into that late Apex. They ended up saying, "Hey, we're just going to run this as the outer zone." The other change that they did was from the first outer zone going to the middle of the track. There's a touch and go as well there, and it makes it more flowier, more feng shui. Let's put it that way.
Brings a balance, if you will.
I know, man.
But we have guys lining up in the burnout box. I think there's some guys scrubbing tires while we're waiting for our driver here. They were going to strap him up and then pull him out, but it ends up they need the flatbed out here. The guys out here on the line right now. You'll see the Pandemonium as chassis. Yeah, it's Alex Puig in the lead lane and Byron Parish in the chase.
If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. Whether you're building a dedicated track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture top quality billet performance parts that cater to a wide variety of applications, from transmission conversions and custom drive shafts to valve covers. We use only the finest materials and advanced technology to produce the most reliable parts out there in order for you to achieve your goals. If you would like to find out more about our products, feel free to reach out to us at autosportsengineering@gmail.com or check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
Like it's zero entertainment.
Dude, I wouldn't feel shitty. Just let's go.
There we go. We got our guys out there.
I mean, but you see my social media, that's what I do. Like, sometimes
Getting set up for the next battle, but we have our track crew. Right
sign
now.
here, sign here.
Yeah, we have a
Check it, check.
we have our track crew right now, being able to pull up that Ford Mustang. Now, unfortunately,
Oh,
with
you got the dreamy eyes out, by the way. I see you left the sunglasses up.
Oh
now
man,
that the sun's down.
Yeah, the sun's down.
Hide.
I'm able to see it. We have a monitor out here, so I could be able to
Hide
see
your
the
kids. Hide your wife.
Jeez.
He's letting those eyes out on everybody.
Oh no.
Line it up, side by side.
Side by side.
No, it's talking about the cars.
Oh. You gave me a cheers. How are you drinking out of a cinnamon roll
So,
cup?
funny story about this cup. I don't know if you and your significant other like to go to Goodwill, but that's what me and mine do. And when you go to Goodwill with the right amount of cannabids, when you smoke a little bit before you go into Goodwill, you can find
Wait a
the.
minute. Hold on. This is a family event.
Yeah. So you go to a Goodwill and you find a cinnamon rolls cup.
I got a cinnamon roll cup. I have one that looks like a can of Raid. I have one that's a can of WD-40 that I've actually seen people like pick up in the pit and then get mad. That's fun. So
That's pretty
got
interesting.
a lot of cups.
Drinking out of cups.
That's what I do.
Nice. I'm here drinking a Monster can.
I mean, I heard caffeine stunts your growth.
That's what happened to me when I was probably 13 years old.
Is that when the Monster thing started?
No, that's when coffee has started. Cafe Bustelo.
Ooh.
You know?
I drink that.
Yeah. When
That
you're
sounds good.
a Puerto Rican child in a Puerto Rican household, listening to Suavemente.
Suavemente. That's how you know your parents are cleaning on a Saturday morning. You just
Yeah. Okay, we got the lights getting tested out there. We're getting that reset lights. You have people out there on the wall, like I was
the
saying
drone
before.
firing up. Everybody look up at the drone, wave to the drone. If you see the drone and you see yourself, know that you're on the live stream. 100 people plus tuned in at home and growing as it gets later on.
And here we go. We got Alex Puig in the lead. Byron Parish in the chase.
I like how they kept that word up there for like 30 seconds.
Alex struggled on that first out of zone. Hits that touch and go though. Was able to go out and try to get that second out of zone. It looks like he is
fully extending that.
Now touching that second touch and go. Going into that final out of zone. Byron is struggling in the chase on that. I think maybe it was kind of caught off guard by the initiation from Alex, but
I think he started very aggressive and he wasn't prepared for it, and that's okay. But if you spend the rest of the time catching it back up, you'll get there.
Yes, for sure. And we have to my right, Rad Dan. That's his shoulder. You saw it right there.
Is that Dan's shoulder in the live stream?
Yes, that's.
Do we have to censor that?
Here we go. We have the drone camera of Alex. He falls off the outer zone 1, and then Byron was trying to get that proximity and then got choked up on that transition. You got Alex trying to fight through grobbles and complaints all the way through that second touch and go. It seems like a huge struggle for him. I don't know what's going on with the car. If he's too gripped up, too dialed in, maybe the track temperatures is going to be changed. You have rain earlier today.
I was about to say, there was a storm that rolled through, like any South Florida storm, it rolls through real quick, nice and easy. But it does leave a lot of moisture on the track, and that completely changes how it grips.
Yes.
Especially from warm-ups till now.
That, you have the rain. Well, you had the heat earlier where they were able to practice. So their tires are feeling a little bit different. And then they had to do the sight laps on the rain. They were able to compete in the rain a little bit. And then all of a sudden now it's starting to sunset. The track's getting cooler. The wind is out there. It's cooling down the track. Now they're trying to adjust the cars. It's basically a huge conundrum for these drivers, but I'm pretty positive all these drivers have like a little log in their pits to be like, all right, at this temperature, this is what I need my tire pressure to be. You can't really adjust too much in this kind of situation because you are in the competitive nature, but we have our second lap. Byron Parish in the lead. Alex Puig in the chase. Coming in with a e-brake initiation, almost knocks that barrier on that first out of zone.
Real wide.
And going into that, missing that touch and go 1, Alex is trying to keep reeling him in on outer zone 2. Looks like Alex is, Oh, my goodness. It looks like he almost fell off. Byron was struggling going into all the way that touch and go, and now to that outer zone at 3. Oh, that was a messy situation there.
All right, so let's go to just the basic 3 breakdown. The rule of 3. What are the 3 factors that led to that loss?
So it's going to be line, speed, and style. So the biggest thing is the fluidity of the line of Byron. That even though he had some bobbles, it was able to carry the momentum out throughout the whole track. Alex missed his first outer zone. So it's the big struggle. He was taking
right, and starting that way,
it's hard to clean yourself back up. It's kind of like when you get your bell rung in the first round
oh,
of the fight.
Absolutely. No, you're already stunned.
You can't fight back in that sense. But with Byron, he was able to fill out that first outer zone beautifully. He was a little wide, but it was able to keep it together. But now you have the judges coming with a decision, and Byron gets the win and moves on. And Alex with a pandemonium.
Goodness. Byron got the win.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Byron is out.
We're gonna get some words in with Byron here real quick.
Take it away.
You got a second, Byron? How are you right now, man? You did all this work getting this motor fixed. How is it?
Dude, I'm fucking that's my 4th lap of the day. We're driving, man. We're having fun.
Driving, having fun, man. Good stuff. Absolutely killed it, man. I don't know if you got 4th lap of the day. He has been having issues all day, not been able to put it together, and this is his 4th run. That's insane.
And able to go out there
That's
fighting.
insane. Hey, bud, man. Out there putting it on smoke show, making it happen. How you feeling?
I feel fine. The car feels bad.
Car feels bad?
Yeah, we don't know we got a fuel issue it's sputtering. That's why I came out short reel there and choked them up pretty hard.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looked like you were trying to chase him down the whole run, but you know.
We were there with him. We just I couldn't keep it adjusted. That car, he's got a new build too, so he's on a little slower of a car now, so this is real gripped up, and it's driving with some problems that we're having a hard time keeping behind people.
And here, just like the movie Gremlins, you're going to figure it out and get some food in you. All right, buddy?
All right, back on the track.
See you tomorrow.
We have Leo Alvarado in the lead. Savio Silva in the chase coming out here. Savio is with that green drift HQ, trying to get into that proximity. He is doing a good job. Oh, he looks like he falls off track. Exit stage left on outer zone 2. Savio is out there. They didn't have to really complete the rest of that track because.
No, but he did it with style.
Yeah, he was being. Louis Braz. We get a correction on there because it looked on the stream. It was Leo we had before, but it was Louis Braz. But anyway, Louis fell off the track on outer zone 2, and then we have Savio keeping that close proximity in that first outer zone, and then we have Louis struggling a little bit.
I was gonna say in the nicer way.
Yeah, he was struggling, and then I think he just was floating a little bit too much. Didn't realize he needs to angle up on that final touch and go.
So he just came off the line and took it away.
Pushed him off track. So that's unfortunate. It's gonna deem a 0 for him because his 4 tires off. And it looks like I'm hearing some
murmurings.
Murmurings of Louis was struggling at that zone on practice. But luckily he was safe about it. So we see a lot of situations with drift events where drivers would try to fight back into it, but that's actually being more unsafe for the chase driver.
Yeah, don't push past your limitations when it comes to the performance of that moment. Like if you're not ready for it, get the practice in, but be safe. And have fun.
Yes. Here we go. We have Savio in the lead. Louis Braz in the chase. BMW. Let's see Savio come out here. E-brake initiation. Go into that first outer zone. Use some left foot brake to kind of flirt with that first outer
strong
zone.
On the outside, though.
He misses that first touch and go. Transition, though, is good, but a little bit of a bobble going to that second outer zone. Able to fill it out, and now here comes that D-cell zone. Let's see if Louis Braz is able to dive into that pocket. is struggling to keep that proximity. Savio is just on rails.
Absolutely.
On rails throughout the whole lap. And the, chase
staying
and
on
lead.
it, like absolutely staying on it.
Yeah, even though we saw some corrections,
There's a lot of it was a lot of consistency in his driving, and that shows through.
Yeah, consistency wins championships.
Absolutely.
So that's where it comes into the fact. And it looks like we have come for a decision from the judges.
Judges are looking into the light.
We have the drone camera coming up. And Savio
with the win.
Gets the win.
Moving forward. You guys make some noise.
Next we have coming up is
Savio coming on down.
I believe it's Luis Lance going to be coming up in the burnout box.
Down to the man with
Leo.
the fans. The people's champion, as they call him. I don't know who calls him that.
Good job, Savio. How you feeling, man?
Oh, wow.
Feeling good. Made some mistakes. I just saw on the camera. I'm gonna go back and study, clean up, and keep going forward.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you out there. If you guys couldn't hear him, he said he made some mistakes, wants to study and figure it out. He's excited, though.
Awesome.
Here. Hey, man. We'll wait for that to go. Good, man. Good, man. So what happened on that first one? We saw you have to bow out on the corner. A lot of drivers have had to do that. Can you explain to these guys what's going on? Don't be loud.
Yeah, I came too hot, and then I was trying to not use the handbrake. I came too much, and then I couldn't. I know I was going to mess up the line, so I decided to just cut it off.
Yeah, I know the judges are looking for no handbrake as much in that area as possible.
I use it.
Yeah, and it's difficult. Yeah, well, I mean, you made the right call to not get the cars damaged, and you're going to be on to hopefully to tomorrow. So hope you have a good rest of your day, man. Absolutely.
So we have our show, our seating bracket. After the seating bracket, there is going to be live music over here with the one and only.
I also heard there's going to be a taxi garage competition.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have the crazy carts, Formula CC, in the middle of the tarmac, we'll say.
I mean, not a big deal. I might be on the bracket.
You're on the bracket,
I'm on the bracket somehow.
A competitor.
Oh, man.
I'm 100%. Don't you look at me and just think competitor.
I think
of
yes.
something that starts with C.
Here comes Luis in the chase. Leo Alvarado in the lead. It looks like a reset.
Quick and easy.
Yeah.
Get back to the line.
That C word you were talking about was cute, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I told you I'd give you a hug later.
We should both go to the hotel shower first.
Oh, wow.
Individually.
Oh, I like how you leave.
It builds character.
The individually part comes at the end. He left it hanging in case you were game and then changed it up.
Not at all.
Separately, of course. Not unless you're.
He said something about my ponytail earlier, so you know.
He does have an unwell fascination with it.
Yep. Here we go. We got our rerun right here. We had a reset earlier. Luis Lance in the chase. Leo Alvarado in the lead. I was talking earlier how Leo in Citrus County smacked the wall. And it looks like they're checking something at the car. I don't know if we could see that camera again. See if what the line staff is saying. Oh, no. All right. Here he goes. Luis Lance is going to be in the chase. Leo Alvarado in the lead. Number 44 out here. Luis Lance is using his demo car, but it looks like a reset yet again.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
While these guys are going back to the line, first and foremost, I do want to thank our sponsors out here at US Drift Circuit. You have Autosports Engineering, Drift HQ, Kenda Tires, OMP, Link ECU, Taxi Garage, KBD, Outlaw Network TV.
Dustin Motors.
Dustin Motors. You got Claim Defenders. FLYDAY.
Dustin Motors.
And we have many more out there. Jackson
and Dustin Motors.
Yeah, and Dustin Motors. With
it's on the small section of the corner. If you actually back up, you can see it on the big flyer behind you right there on the camera. You know, it's that little pink and blue triangle.
So here we go.
If the live stream zooms all the way out, his logo is the one still covered by the beam. Actually, I put tape over it too, just in case we accidentally look at it.
Here we go.
Actually, Dustin, I'm gonna put my logo over yours.
Get a slap.
But just on the right, just not on the live. Kid Carter, Dustin Motors.
It's like a feature.
Absolutely no. He's
we have the lights coming on the track.
Speaking of the lights coming on, do you guys have your light up there as well so that they can see you on the live stream when it gets a little bit darker?
Dustin.
Here we go. We have Louis Lance.
Are you saying people can't see me, Dustin?
No, I literally just got told by the audio visual tech right here that there's lights that are supposed to be on you guys.
Are you saying that I'm dark, Dustin?
I mean, I do think you got some sun today.
How much is that? Is that better? Hold on, let me. All right, I turned on our special feature lights. In the live stream and at home, if you can see me, it's a little clearer.
You know, I've seen those lights on ghost hunting shows. You ever seen those
You
things?
look like you belong on a ghost hunting show.
Dude, I have a fascination of ghost hunting shows.
With that beard and that ponytail?
Oh, man, it's crazy.
With the headset and the sunglasses, too?
You know what?
It's also the necklace.
The necklace is
it
also.
really...
You like the necklace.
It gives...
I would kill right now to see what the live stream is saying in the chat right now about this
You
man's
look like
outfit.
you have more handmade weapons than you do ex-girlfriends.
That's actually probably true. Anyway, we have our guys lining up, getting ready. We have the lead and chase. It looks like there was a 3 strikes and out for Leo on the lead lap, so he's going to be switching side. So Lewis is going to be leading, and Leo is going to be chasing.
I was just about to add that. Thanks for covering that, too, because I was going to say a lot of people don't know what's going on with those lights. There are those lights that are flashing right now if you guys want to take a look. They're orange bars that are over there. That's for the drivers for a false start. If they jump the line, they go ahead and cross, hit a cone. They do anything that's not okay, you know. And if the chase car jumps, too, also not okay. So, you know.
So, yeah, we explained that earlier today, and for now, it's now darker out. It's easier for the customers, the spectators to see. I've been in retail too long, but here we go.
I see. The brainwashing continues. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's get back on the track.
Louis Lance is now in the lead. Leo is going to be in the chase. You got the drone up.
Somebody in the chat asked when the LZ runs. Louis Lance, Leo,
Louis Lance is in the lead.
Alvarado. You don't even roll it.
No, I was helping you
out. You said it like pace picante salsa. Like you left
I like my
left
tortillas,
the whole
my
tortillas,
chimichangas.
Alvarado.
Hurricane tortilla.
I'd like one of them sizzling fajitas, please.
It looks like there's a confusing.
Everything's confusing.
Yeah, they are trying to figure out. Now they're starting to switch around. Leo was under the assumption that he was going to be leading it. He didn't realize he did 3 resets there.
All right, so it's the car's reposition.
So we're talking about these guys out here. So Louis Lance is actually in Formula Drift as a Pro Select driver. He has 2 cars. He has one that he drives in FD, and then you have the demo car where he goes out and he just demos out and has a good time with it.
Runs it in Pro-Ams.
Yeah, Pro-Ams or even fun runs or even like shootouts.
I mean, it's one of those things, those brackets don't fill themselves, and a lot of driver experience you can only get in a competitive environment.
Seat time is paramount as being a driver here in drifting in general. So we have a guy down there. I know that guy.
Seeing the live stream, what up?
Yeah. So he has a P for Plenty shirt. That's the
shout out to P for Plenty. See you guys.
John Temple's crew.
Oh.
And it looks like what is going on here?
What do you?
A little bit of confusion going on. We're gonna get an explanation on what's going on. We have Leo out there just
Were there lights on that one? Did you guys see the lights?
Don't know. I didn't see the lights there.
I have more questions than answers.
Yes. So.
All right, so we have to reset real quick.
Yeah, I didn't see lights.
What was that down there?
I didn't see any lights.
Okay. So.
Yeah, but there's no one more times though. Oh, there is no one more time. There's no one more time. Yeah. Actually, guys, we have a quick correction here. There is no one more times in the seating bracket. So.
Remember, there are no one more times.
Yes. So there's no one more times the seating
What
bracket.
you see is what you get, and what you get is what happens on the track.
And we're going to be seeing our next battles coming out later. On the right side of the bracket, you'll see Duarte versus Mitchell Rohr. Duarte Viana. He is the Drift HQ guy. And everybody loves, he has a very unique persona that he's very chill and enjoyable to be around, very good to have a conversation with.
That's a great aura.
Yeah, good aura. Had the pleasure and the opportunity with him. A lot of people don't know is that Duarte actually served in the military. So I was able to have that camaraderie and kind of have a connection with him. Yes.
So Leo Alvarado wins because he is the higher seated driver.
So Leo, go ahead.
So it looks like there's no one more time. There's no one more time battle for the Luis Lance and Leo Alvarado. Leo gets the win because he is the higher seeded driver in this bracket. So you'll see him moving on, going against Savio Silva. So
we have the judges conferring on that one.
Now we're going to see our next drivers get ready.
Real quick, could you guys explain where we are on the bracket for everybody?
So
I've got a couple people asking.
So we are still finishing up the left side of the bracket going into the grade 8. So we have the right side of the bracket. We're still top 16. So on the right side of the bracket, we have to get the top 16 half there going on. We had some people that had some mechanical issues going on, as well as some technical difficulties going throughout the whole bracket. So on the right side of the bracket, you'll see Duarte versus Mitchell Rohr, Andreas Mesner versus Carlos Santos, Colette Davis versus Willie Espinosa, Gabriel Romalo versus John Temple. And John Temple had a Byron on the top 32, so he was able to be in the top 16, gets himself in the show. And then on the left side of the bracket, we still have the Eric Noguera versus Eric K to finish off. So overall, on the top 16, we have a total of 5 more battles for top 16. So we do see Eric Noguera over here, and looks like Eric K had some mechanical issues going on. It doesn't seem like he's able to get onto the line, so that's going to be a bye run for Eric Noguera. So that helps him out.
It's unfortunate.
We do love watching guys battle it out. Byruns, they're exciting to see the talent of the drivers going through each zone to see how the line is supposed to be.
I don't know.
But we have people out here just wondering what's going to happen. We're going to see a Chevy Corvette come out here. Forza Garage. Eric Noguera. Call him Eric the Fireball Noguera.
Run. Just showing it how it's done.
He's just having a good time out there, being as loud as he can be, going into that second outer zone. This is where that fireball is out the back of his Corvette. Going to that final outer zone, being able to fill it out. Eric Noguera moving on. to the grade 8.
Just doing a little show-off run.
Yeah. Everybody needs a little fun in their lives, you know? Why you have a bunch of people out here enjoying their time, getting ready for the festivities tonight as well.
It's going to be a good party.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so I just got news. The crazy karting is actually about to start, apparently. Driver's meeting is like at 8:30.
Okay.
So I might have to run over there just to get the info and see about coming right back. So I might be off for an interview or two.
I see. And where is that for everybody's knowledge?
That's going to be down here on the left. Man, out there with the Corvette, though, killing it, man. You having a fun time?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Did you guys hear the mumbling? He said yes, he's having a great time.
So let's go.
See you around, buddy.
We heard it here in the live stream. Hope you heard it at home as well. Let's go. The motto of the night.
He's a very passionate person.
Absolutely, but he pushes that car. He does well.
And even like I saw one of his Instagram stories. He's not only he sweats when he's driving, when he's watching a soccer game for his home team, he gets so emotional.
He's excited.
And
He's
I'm like, you know
guy.
what? That's how I am with the Yankees. Even though they lost today, I'm so upset about it.
That explains the ponytail.
Yeah.
No, it's okay though.
Well, I can't have a beard if I'm in the Yankees. That's a tradition.
Can't have both.
Yeah. Here we go. We have our next drivers coming up. It looks like Duarte is warming up his tires, getting scrubbed up. And Mitchell Rohr, Duarte is able to fine-tune his car, has a big team to get set up. And it looks like we're getting our lights set up.
I don't know.
Here, you see that sunset is gorgeous.
So, can I do a little announcement? I'm sorry. Yeah. The owner of a gray Ram 1500 that's blocking in a big silver F250, if you could move that truck real quick. Oh, Adam's blocking me in? God dang it.
So we're getting the lights out here. Huh? We're getting situated here.
There?
Yeah. That light had so many different colors. We got people in the stands. You got guys getting
I see you guys.
Excited.
Still cheering. The hype is real.
I love the vibes out there. You got here we go.
There's a lot of great energy in the crowd today.
Oh yeah. We have Duarte.
It was so hot earlier.
Yes, it was. But let's see how hot it gets with Duarte in the lead. Mitchell Rohr in the chase. Duarte coming in with an e-brake initiation. Oh my goodness, Mitchell Rohr had to back off on the initiation because he was trying to not make contact with Duarte. Duarte is able to transition, snappy transition going to outer zone 2, able to reel it back in, trying to slow his front end down so he could be able to pivot around to that touch and go all the way to the final outer zone, being as loud as possible with that BMW.
Oh.
Woo!
That was nice. That was a good run. A lot of energy in that run.
That car has a lot of energy in general.
Absolutely.
That fireball coming out of Duarte's car.
Well, I mean, you can't leave any fuel unburned. So you either burn it in the front end or you burn it on the way out.
That sounds like my...
If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
That sounds like a very good analogy for whenever you go to Taco Bell. But we're going...
You know you can make a crunch wrap at home?
Really? Oh. Well, I'll get the recipe from you.
I'll have you know, though, you know you don't need at home? The ability to make crunch wraps, because then you just keep making them and keep making them. And I'll have you know, 3 is like my limit, and but it's so good.
Crunch
you just because you can double your own meat. You don't have to look at yourself sideways like a Chipotle employee. Like I said, double meat, like it's you. Just need some tostadas, extra large burrito shells. I got you. I'll send it to you.
Oh man. It's going to be wild.
Man, COVID taught me to make everything.
Here we go, Mitchell Rohr in the lead. Duarte in the chase.
Duarte is not giving him any slack, but at the same time as they initiate in.
Going to
coming in.
Outer zone 1 is beautiful. Getting that transition.
See this transition though.
Going all the way to outer zone 2.
Both of them actually, oh, okay. Nope. Fell a little short. Coming back real aggressive though.
Outer zone 3 is beautiful from Mitchell. Duarte is right there, keeping that proximity.
Literally banging on that door, that exhaust pipe. He's going to burn a hole in it.
Man.
Make you know that he's there.
My man is locked, loaded, and ready to.
Very nice run. You
fire.
guys put your hands together out there. Let him hear you. Hype him up.
You see this replay right here. You see Duarte coming in, using that left foot brake to slow himself down, but it looks like he fell off.
There was a big fumble adjustment at at that initiation, and that cost him a lot of space.
Yes, but then he was able to deal it in and then come into that close proximity, going into that final outer zone. I don't know if that's enough for the chase, but his lead run was very, very well maintained as well.
Coming in aggressively on his lead run, that gave him so much more space when it came to the follow.
And it looks like the judges have come to a decision. And Mitchell Rohr gets the win.
Rohr gets the win.
Great battle from both of those drivers. And it looks like Duarte, the reason why Duarte lost that battle, he did go 2 tires off on outer 3 from what the judges have seen.
What the judges say is what the judges say.
Exactly.
They see it much better than we can. Good job on the judging, guys.
Now we got the left side of the grade 8 bracket.
Oh.
Eric Noguera, Byron Parish, and Savio Silva versus Leo Alvarado. And then on the right side now, we have Mitchell Rohr, and he's going to be going against...
Yes, Colette's definitely going to eat it up.
We have the right side of the bracket. We have Colette Davis in a battle versus Willie Espinosa. Gabriel Romalo versus John Temple. John Temple is second lap is going to be today, this battle when it comes out here. So we'll see.
Not a lot of track time this evening.
No, he had to travel a long distance to get here. We'll see how he comes out here and performs. I talked to him. He's like, I'm locked
It's one of
in.
those things, right? It's one of those things like he can put it on the track and it's not a factor.
Yes.
Or it's a huge factor and we're gonna see it exhibited right before us.
He wants to go out there and he wants to be as super aggressive as possible.
I'm not the track person.
So we have Carlos Santos versus Andreas Mesner.
Andreas?
Carlos Santos is an individual that loves the motorsport of drifting so much. When I first had the first round, he gave me the biggest hug because he loved watching the U.S. Drift Circuit, and he was like, "Tiny, I'm here now," and he's.
I mean, you're famous, man.
I wouldn't say that, but we got these guys coming out here, getting ready. The only thing that you probably seen me is on English Town. I had that big whiteboard that says "Check on us, big boys," because it was hot, and now we have
no.
Oh.
No.
We have guys getting lined up. Waiting for the line staff to get them situated.
They're making a minor adjustment over there at the end of the track. He's doing the where's our man in the field doing the interviews?
I think he went to go to Formula CC.
Oh, okay.
To check his.
Come on up, we'll do it up here.
Yeah. Well, while we have the track staff getting
live
ready.
stream exclusive. Hold on.
We have Louis Lantz up here.
What's
Louis,
up, guys?
How you doing?
Dude, I'm pretty bummed out.
Good. Well, I know you always come out here. You're always out here for fun. You usually send me selfies of you being in the burnout box, but I kind of am a little bit heartbroken that you didn't send me one today. But how are you feeling with being here, back in U.S. Drift Circuit, just doing it for the fun of it, but then using this as practice for the future in Formula Drift?
It's fun. I came here to drive, and unfortunately, that's not what had just happened. I really wanted to battle Dio, but
yeah,
like, I don't know, some technicality, something happened. I'm here to, like, what's the explanation? Why did we not run it?
Well, the judges will give you that explanation as soon as we get the guys out here finished with the line. But what are you feeling about the track conditions today? Is it similar to what it was last year when you were competing here? I know you had mechanical issues last year.
Yeah. It's pretty similar. The only difference, obviously, is like it hasn't rained today like that. And last year we battled through rain.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then I think it flows better without the inner clips.
Yes.
That last touch and go, it's a chokehold.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty fun.
With the transition going from what you saw going from outer zone 1 to the inner clip, you said it flows better. What, as a person that's never seen drifting before, a spectator that's brand new to this environment, what do you feel and what do you know whenever you see a line? What's going to force a choke and what's going to actually make it so it's going to flow even better for the chase driver?
I think just the whole outer zone instead of inner clips, it just makes it easier. Like you know, it just flows. You have more angle that you can throw and transition into another zone. So yeah, it's kind of like what they just did at Utah.
Yeah.
We don't have inner clips anymore, so it flows.
Yeah.
Even though I never drove the other one, but it feels good.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier today about how you were out there in Utah practicing. They started a new line out there. Eventually, in the future, you'll eventually go to Pro 1 in Formula Drift. Do you think this track layout, because it's mirrored after Long Beach, you think this is going to help you out in the future, or do you think it's going to be kind of like, I still need to be on that track?
I don't think anything helps you for Long Beach. Yeah, even though it might mimic it, but it's just like the walls play a major.
It's blind, and yeah, it's different, especially with Long Beach. You don't see that tunnel when you're initiating. You're like hopes and dreams going to that first outer zone.
Yeah, here you relax. There's something that you're gonna hit and destroy or kill yourself.
Yeah, so we got these guys here. I see the guys lining up. You've been a fantastic addition to this year's Formula Drift Prospect. Love seeing you drive up there representing Florida, as well as being out here driving with the Pro-Am guys. It's awesome to see the FD guys come back and give back to the Pro-Am.
It's home base, man. I have to be here. There's like nothing else that I should be doing instead of this.
For sure. So we got our guys getting lined up. Carlos Santos in the lead. Andreas Mesner in the chase. And we have someone walking on the track trying to get off.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that explanation time.
Well,
are you trying to evade the question, or what's happening? What's going on?
Don't judge me. I'm not the judge.
Why are we talking about it?
So we have the lights here because we have the next battle coming up. It's Carlos Santos in the lead. Andreas Mesner coming in, trying to get that proximity, bobbling on the initiation. Carlos Santos is able to fill out that first outer zone with a midline and able to hit that touch and go. Transition is fantastic. Going to outer zone 2. Being able to fill it out. Now diving into that touch and go. Using the left front braking. It looks like his bumper was able to scrape that touch and go all the way to that final outer zone. A little bit too spicy. It looks like another tire drop at the end, but beautiful line from Carlos. So Carlos is a brand new addition in Pro-Am this year. You've done a lot of practice laps with a bunch of people. Have you ever been able to tandem with this young buck?
With Carlos, no. We've actually talked a lot, just overall. He's a really good, cool guy, and I see that he's driving real good. It's pretty awesome. It's awesome for him.
For sure. With your battle before, there was some resets happening. I believe it went into a technicality. The judges will go over that. I believe it was Leo had a lower seating position because you guys both zeroed on your laps, so it forced Leo to move on. So we'll see what they have the final say on that decision.
Okay.
On that end. That's from what I gathered.
Yeah.
But it was an absolute pleasure having you on the microphone, my man. Always great to see you out here.
Thanks.
And see you compete.
Yeah, dude. It's just like one of those things like I force a zero on purpose, so we just actually do the battle, and I just, because that's what people want to see. People want to see people battling.
Yeah.
So it's, it is what it is. I guess they're kicking me out, so good seeing you, buddy.
It's good seeing you,
okay,
too. That was Luis Lance, ladies and gentlemen, our last year's champion. We have...
Go ahead.
We have the next drivers getting ready to line up for the right side of the bracket. We have Andreas is gonna be in the lead position now, and Carlos Santos is gonna be in the chase. We have our drone coming in for landing.
I think that's the coolest thing is the chase drone.
Yeah, the chase drone is something that evolved the game of drifting in general for these judges. There was sometimes, well, back in the day, they would have like monitors in front of them. Yeah, back in the day, in the beginning of drifting, they would have monitors, or people, you'll see even older videos of 360p of guys judging by just watching the run going on. And it's insane where it evolved. Drones, they're dangerous at times too. I've seen some people cut their fingers because of the blades in the fin.
I mean, it's got to be fast. It's got to be accurate.
Gotta be fast.
There's a lot of power. A lot of power. Got to go fast.
Now we have Carlos sitting back, getting ready. We have the drone getting in the air, ready for the second half of this battle. Track staff is setting up the lights. You will see the lights go for 3 red lights and then extinguish. When the lights extinguish, that's when the drivers are allowed to go. It looks like there's technical issues with the light. We're going to have our track staff waving the cars out.
Doing it OG style.
Yeah,
Taking it back to the streets.
Here we go.
Back to Mount Fujiyama. Back where it all began with the Yakuza. Settle a score.
There's Andreas Mesner coming in with a nice initiation. Missing outer zone 1, though. Trying to hit that touch and go. It looks like he does. Barely scrapes by. Carlos Santos is very far back, but it looks like Andreas is struggling to keep the proper line going into that second go. Huge angle in that transition to the final outer zone.
That was a big swing on that late transition.
Huge transition. That could have caused a choke up if they was actually close to him. The biggest thing is with a driver in the lead, you want to make the run chaseable. So we're going to be looking at this.
Right, it has to be a delicate dance between actually gunning it and going all in and making it a chaseable run.
Yes.
If you're just flailing up there, if there's no finesse to it, if there's no clean lines, of course it's impossible for him to chase. But it's also an ugly line, and it's not a dance.
It's not a dance, exactly. And when it comes to different motorsports, you got time attack, you got the different kinds of track racing. It's not who could get to the finish line the fastest.
There's lines to be factored in.
It has to be as clean as possible. You want that close proximity from the chase driver. And it's looking like we have a decision. And Carlos Santos
with the progression
gets the win and moves on.
Carlos with the win.
We have our next battle coming up as well. Colette Davis and Willie Espinosa.
I'll try to be quick with the interview. That way we don't overlap again.
It's all good. Don't you worry.
Big
shout out to everybody at home on the live stream. I see you. Hold on. Let me check the live stream. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, if you're on the live stream, say hi. Don't be shy.
Avocado toast. I don't know how we got to avocado. Hold on, let me run this back.
We have a bunch of drivers out here getting ready. And Carlos Santos, if you ever check out his car, he does have Dragon Balls on his dashboard. It's pretty cool.
Dragon Balls?
Yeah, I told him he needs to have like a Master Roshi outfit.
Absolutely.
It'll be awesome. Definitely a cool individual to talk to.
We know what he's wishing for, though. With his Dragon Balls.
What's he wishing?
For a Pro-Am win.
Oh. I saw what you did there.
All right. We're going to get Carlos here.
Like it's your first day or something.
The power of the Dragon Balls, you say.
He rubbed him. Krillin, no.
What's up, Carlos? How you feeling, man?
I have no idea how I did that. I've been driving like dog water all day.
Blum, blum, blum.
And I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I just literally said to myself, just don't worry about it. You're in, just drive and have fun. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's do it.
Here we go. Well, you're here now, man, and the power of the Dragon Balls helped you make it happen. That's what it was.
Thank you, Shenron. No.
There you go, bud. Go get that one. We'll see you next time.
There we go. Colette
I don't know if
Davis.
you guys could hear him, but he said he doesn't know how he's gotten this far, but he just had to believe that he was going to make it happen, and then he did.
If you believe, all you have to do is believe.
I believe I can fly.
Well, let's see if these two drivers will fly on through.
What a transition.
You like that, huh? Here we go. Willie Espinosa in the lead. King's Performance RX-7, and it looks like a reset. So we're going to recall them back.
Skirt.
Skirt. Colette Davis, last round was absolutely a monster. Seeing her drive here, she did a Byron.
Impeccable job.
We're gonna see how she does in the chase. I know she's
an impressive driver to watch.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see that, and the way that it's so.
She really just is like breaking her chops towards like the pro level. Like it's really impressive to see it.
It's finesse how she drives. That's all it is. Like very methodical.
But like you said, those seminars with people like Chelsea DeNova, like they're only going to elevate your level.
And even having that kind of caliber and knowledge in the pits with you, it's very great.
Yeah.
But here we go. Willie Espinosa in the lead. Colette Davis in the chase. Willie Espinosa with a long e-brake pull into that first outer zone, but here comes Colette Davis trying to reel him in like a big old fish in the deep blue sea, going all the way into this power alley. Transition is buttery smooth from Willie Espinosa, but it looks like Colette bobbles going in to the second outer zone, and it looks like Willie is falling off the line, misses that touch and go to the third outer zone, and Colette Davis is trying to read Willie Espinosa, but it seems like she's struggling on it a little bit. Maybe that forced correction was due to the lead driver.
That
we'll
wobble
see on
after
the
the
drone
switch
replay as well.
Right in that transition section.
Here we go. You see Willie Espinosa coming in. Nice e-brake pull. I don't think Colette Davis was expecting that pull of the e-brake, that long one. She's using that left foot brake to try to keep that proximity to dive in.
She never got to fully commit to that first initiation, and I think that left her underpowered for the transition.
It could be that. It could be also the transition. And you saw her when she transitioned, she kind of slowed up a little bit and tried to dive, but it just wasn't
If you don't have that first initiation and all that momentum, your transition's not going to swing.
So
can't swing without your hips.
We have the guys showing up here. Colette Davis is over here.
You have to do it. You have to do it. Put your wheels into it.
Yeah, well, we'll see how she does in the lead and see how Willie does as well in the chase. So it's not only a one-sided. Yeah, Willie.
Are you guys close like that?
Willie? Man, Willie is a great dude.
You and Willie go way back?
Yeah, no. About a year, I would say. But Willie,
my boy Willie.
Willie Espinosa, great dude.
No, the whole team over there, actually. I got to walk through a lot of the pits, and every team, not only is they're so welcoming about what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
But they're so, they're so positive-minded. Everybody's just working hard and working together. But they're putting in sweat.
Yes. And
everybody's got a wrench in their hand or 7/16 that they're walking off with.
Yeah. Here we go. Colette Davis in the lead. Willie Espinosa in the chase. Willie Espinosa trying to dive into the pocket early. Colette Davis falls off that first outer zone, going into the touch and go.
Uncharacteristic.
Oof. And going into outer zone 2, all the way through, was able to fill it out, but going into that final touch
that definitely makes up for that first transition.
And then going into this final outer zone.
Oh. Kick the gate a little bit there. There's a lot to decide.
So we have
guys on the ground. What's going on?
We got guys on the ground waving at us.
Man with the plan.
As these drivers are finishing up their lap. We're going to see this replay go on.
Somebody in the chat said, if they drift, I drink. And then somebody else said, I'm only drinking on resets. I'm glad that you guys are on the live stream and home safe with those kind of rules.
Yes.
I was about to say that reset one sounds dangerous.
Yeah. If you drink every time they reset, you're at the house like, I don't know why this live stream is in 3D, but. Judges are declaring they have a winner. We're waiting on the word.
So it looks like Willie Espinosa gets the win, moves on.
Guys, make some noise for Willie Espinosa.
Willie Espinosa is moving on to the grade 8. On the right side of the bracket, you see Mitchell Rohr versus Carlos Santos. And now we have Willie Espinosa is going to be going up against the winner of Gabriel Romalo versus John Temple.
It's a little bit shocking that Colette had such trouble.
I don't know if
coming out of that transition.
Is it going to be mechanical issue? Is it going to be maybe?
Hey Willie, I'm going to try to talk through to your little portal hole, man. How are you feeling? Win, man.
I'm feeling really happy. I'm happy my car's working. That's the biggest plus.
Well, you got the biggest smile out there. We'll see you tomorrow, man. Go kill it.
And here comes Colette Davis coming up to Dustin.
Hey, Colette, how are you doing?
I'd be doing better if my car worked, but at least we're in the show. I got pretty lucky there with getting a bye. Otherwise, the way the bracket worked out, I would have been out. So hopefully we can just fix our clutch issues and have a new car for tomorrow.
Well, you've got a positive head on your shoulder and always come back, and you're resilient. Seeing last round that you came out and killed it, we're excited to see you in the show tomorrow.
Get it, girl.
Always love someone being so positive, especially after a win or a loss. Both of them smiles ear to ear. That's what drifting's all about, is having fun, and that's what these guys are getting to tell us now.
Yeah, absolutely. Both great competitors, great attitudes, great teams in general.
The funniest thing is too is like Willie Espinosa last round of last season, his car was struggling, like blown motor, like he was trying to fight in.
Sometimes you're fighting demons the whole season.
Yeah, so he is able, this is the most consistent I've seen him this season, and it's really good to see his car work. And now we have John Temple. He is in the Slide United S chassis, the Desert Tan S chassis. And you have Gabriel.
Call it khaki.
No, it's definitely Desert Tan because it's designed after the Humvees for the combat engineers. There we go. John Temple coming out here with that S chassis.
Nice initiation.
Man, he is putting out. What is Gabriel doing going into that inside line?
Why lead if you don't even have to follow?
Wow, though. John Temple coming out here, lock, ready to rock, putting out as much smoke as possible. Second lap going in. Gabriel is struggling to keep a close proximity. But ladies and gentlemen, John Temple out here
on a great run.
Even though he missed the zones, he did a fantastic job being fluid all throughout the track.
Consistent runs. Like you said, consistency will get you into the championship.
Yes, and you see John Temple, he did miss that run, but you have Gabriel struggling to even follow the line. And then he almost goes in front of John Temple.
There were a couple key moments where you could tell that he either wasn't in control of the vehicle like the way he wanted to, or just wasn't doing what he wanted it to do. And that happens. We don't know what's happening up here, and oftentimes you have those moments when the car is not listening to the driver, or something's not tuned just right, or your steering's not responding the right way.
Well, when we go back to how you see how John Temple is running. It's little to no corrections, even though he was offline a little bit. He hits that touch and go, able to angle up, transition, and use that left foot brake to kind of dive into that second outer zone.
I think it's hard to judge that second outer zone considering the bit of line interference from the follow.
That's where
and
it's
that's something you have to
into.
You have to consider that. Yeah. And the judges have all these looks. They have all the angles.
For
so
sure.
it's really cool.
But
it's definitely a factor.
So yeah, back to what we were saying earlier. It is Desert Tan. Basically, is back to designing after the Humvees. U.S. Drift Circuit did a veterans Memorial Day bash with Veterans Trust, one of the sponsors for here, and they were out there shredding.
Do you know
for
what base that was at?
At Fort Liberty.
There you go, sir.
Yeah. Here we go.
I couldn't make it.
Gabriel Romalo in the lead. John Temple in the chase.
Early initiation. He's not even going to wait for you to initiate.
Man, John Temple is out there.
He's going to follow with the line.
You know what? John Temple is out there. He's like, he is not giving me that door, but I'm going to put on a show for the spectators out here. I came out here to shred.
Lights on, have some fun.
Smoke into the air.
Put the show on.
Smoke. Oh, a little bit of contact at the end.
Said, excuse me. At least he said, excuse me.
Yeah. Boop. little boop.
Little tap of love.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I got a huge smile down here. That was great.
Yeah,
that was a good run.
You have a nice view of that final outer zone over there, Dustin. It's awesome to see you actually being able to interview these drivers come off. That light, that underglow of John Temple's car going around that final outer zone. What do you think of that, man?
It's beautiful. I love the underglow.
So we do have a winner. John Temple moves on.
UCF Knights, charge on, everybody. United car. Let's see if he comes for an interview. Oh, yeah.
He's thinking about it. Oh.
About it.
Right people at the right time.
All right, John's coming down.
Oh. A battle commences.
John, out there absolutely putting on a clinic, man. How are you feeling?
I'm just pushing it as hard as I can tonight because that's all I can do.
Well, you're pushing him off the track at the end there. How do you just shut down and you were like, I gotta get past this guy?
Foot to the floor, baby. If he wasn't gonna move, I was gonna move him.
I love it. John, always a pleasure talking with you. I can't wait to see you in the show tomorrow. Keep pushing to get on this bracket and let's get high up on there, buddy. Woo! I love that energy. That just got me pumped. Get me in a car right now.
The one thing with the combat engineers, I had the opportunity to serve with them while I was deployed. They always say sappers forward. So that's what he did. And he was like, I'm just going to breach this door and go through.
Let's go, man. Push through.
Here we go.
Shout out to all our veterans.
Yeah, we have our left side of the bracket. Eric Noguera, Byron Parish. Eric the Fireball Noguera. Byron coming in to try to dive into the pocket of Eric Noguera. Eric Noguera just leaves
It's going to be tough to follow.
Out the line.
A very tough act to follow.
Coming in with a nice touch and go, going to outer zone 2. Beautiful transition from Eric Noguera, and Byron Parish is keeping that proximity right on the second outer zone. But it looks like he is struggling with the speed and momentum. And going into that final outer zone, Eric Noguera does a great job filling out as much as possible. And here's Byron Parish at the end of that lap. Man, that was rowdy.
That was crazy.
That was rowdy.
That was actually, well, that's the type of intensity that you want to see in every single run, minus the restarts and everything.
Yes.
Regardless of where everybody's line might start.
Yes.
You want to figure out your car. You want to get into that groove. You want to come back if you didn't start strong.
And it's going into the beginning of that lap for Byron. It was a struggle to get that proximity there, but he was able to reel him in a little bit. But going into this final transition, that's where the decel zone happens. It's very sketchy for these drivers going into that final outer zone because you have to give them room to transition and float into that outer zone.
Well, that's where you see a lot more of the contact and a lot of the closest proximity moments if they're driving side by side.
If they're driving side by side the whole way through. But here we go. We're going to have the guys switch sides, line up.
Keep it up with your competitors is the key to that dance, though.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just, you know.
Yeah. Here we go. We got Eric Noguera. You're able to trip me up plenty of times today.
It's the behind the scenes that no one can see why. That's the best part.
Here we go.
The live stream might be looking at this, but
we got the lights. Here we go. First battle of our grade 8 on the left side of the bracket. Byron Parish is now in the lead. Second lap of this battle. Eric Noguera coming in, trying to get that proximity right off the rip. It looks like he has to back off a little bit. Now he's going to use some left foot brake to stabilize his car to dive into that pocket. And here comes Byron Parish able to lock in. Eric Noguera spins. Oh no, Byron Parish does have to complete this lap in order to secure a position going through, and he is able to finish that final outer zone. Eric Noguera, unfortunately, did spin on outer zone 2.
I didn't see that Noguera spin coming. However, the minute it happened,
it goes into with the aggression. We were talking earlier
right, you
about
can't
that.
ease off. But when you push too far,
yep,
you have to leave it all on the track.
You do, and that's what the passion that he has with driving is fantastic. And it looks like the judges had to come to this decision. We're waiting for
it. Yeah, that transition spin really does. But that transition's that's been the challenge of the track.
Yeah, that.
If we could give one particular section of the track the MVP award tonight, it might be the transition.
Did you say you're giving the MVP award to the track?
Absolutely. That transition section has knocked more people out than any of the drifters alone.
Yeah, that also comes into going into that outer zone. You are staring at a wall.
Absolutely.
You're driving.
It is it's a blind turn.
Huh, yeah.
Cars are lined up side by side, waiting on the judge's verdict. People at home, let us know in the chat what you think. Who do you think wins or lose? Call your cars out. Call your sponsors out. Shout out to Autosports Engineering, Taxi Garage, Link Engine Management, Outlaw Network.
I think the judges have seen some stuff
St. Lucie Mobile Tire.
The drone replay, they were noticing, there's another thing that we talk about in drifting. There is a 3-2-1 cone. So you have a 3-2-1 cone. By the one cone, they need to initiate. It looks like Byron was possibly a little bit late on the initiation, and in technicality, that's a 0. So the run was over before Eric spun out. So if that happens, we might have a change of verdict of what we think. So that's what it comes into it.
No, and that's just, and those are the little things that, like, at home you're not going to see that.
No.
And even in the crowd, you guys know behind the scenes what might have happened from the initiation. Very few of the fans can actually see that point of initiation on the right.
And it looks like there is a judge's decision, and Byron Parish gets the win and moves on.
Parish with the win.
But that doesn't stop the show for Eric Noguera, because he is in the show tomorrow.
Still in the show tomorrow.
Yeah. So this is just practice time. This is seat time right here. So we're going to have our next battle coming up. So we have Byron Parish going into the final 4. And then we have Savio, Silva, Leo Alvarado is going to be battling it right now. Leo is in the lead. Savio is in the chase. Leo was struggling with the cones earlier today.
Oh,
and it looks like he is
already
struggling again.
For those of you playing at home.
That's one.
That's one.
So, if you guys weren't here earlier today watching Leo drive, he was hitting the cones. There's reset lights on the side. If you hit those cones 3 times and force a reset, you will...
That's a DQ run?
You will 0 your run. So, a lot of people are trying to figure out the slang at times when they're first figuring it out. When drifting started happening, they were doing qualifying runs. They'll qualify all the way up to 100 points. You'll see in Formula Drift back in the day, and now we have the competitions and Drift Masters and stuff like that. But you'll see these kinds have to have a 100-point, basically as close to a 100-point lead run when they're in the lead lap.
Yes.
In the chase, they're trying to chase that 100-point lead run. So that's where it comes into that fact.
Well, the lead car has the opportunity to make a perfect run. He has nothing in his way. The chase car's job is to chase.
And here goes
You
Leo.
chase as best as possible, showing your drifting prowess to whatever line he leads.
And we are seeing this right here. Leo is able to fill out outer zone 2. And here goes Savio trying to dive into the pocket of Leo. Able to back off a little bit. Now he's going to transition, going to outer zone 3.
Was that a back off or was that contact?
It was not, it didn't seem like contact. But it was able to, he saw the transition, he was able to back off a little bit and then dive into the pocket. So
right in there.
When we're talking about the transitions earlier today, you got to know how to time it. And
here's the run on the replay.
The replay right here, you'll see Leo, beautiful initiation, going to that first outer zone, able to fill it out mid to deep line, going to this touch and go. You have
definitely
Savio.
made him chase.
Yes, and then Savio was struggling a little bit on that transition, the second transition right here. But now he's able to dive into the pocket. Leo's using that left foot brake to kind of pivot his car around, and here comes Savio, able to back off a little bit and then shoot his car forward to try to dive into that pocket. So what you want here in drifting, if you're seeing the transitions, if you try to transition at the same time and you're right next to the door of the lead driver, you're going to make contact. It's guaranteed. So when you see these guys, it was a little bit, I would say it was a little bit more exaggerated on that second transition. I don't know. I heard backfire back there.
Sounded toasty, didn't it?
Yeah. So here we go.
Sounded like a late night trip to AutoZone.
Savio Silva in the lead. Leo Alvarado in the chase.
It's going to be a great run. These two drivers have been putting it absolutely on the track tonight.
Yeah, and
impressive runs.
Savio, yeah, they're in practice. Leo is.
I think Leo brings a lot of.
Well, he used to be a skateboarder. So a lot of people say that with skateboarding and BMXing and stuff like that, that it transitions a lot easier in motorsports.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's just being able to feel where their tool is going to be positioned.
I think it gives the same level and mindset from one to another.
Yes.
Transitions really well. You want to push yourself, but it is a self-preservation of that skill. There's a lot of other factors that come into it. You know, from the equipment you use to your style.
Yes.
But transition that to just like the cars.
Yeah.
What you use and how you use it are equally as important. There are BMX riders that only do vert.
Yeah.
And they're great. And then there's flatland guys who dance with the bike and don't even need a ramp. And you're like, I can't. That's a whole nother level.
That's a whole different
It's a
skill
whole different
there.
style of art.
And that also develops in motorsports in general. You got track racing and everything, but we got the next lap.
Alvaro skateboarder Leo.
Yeah, Leo Alvarado coming in with a late initiation of he's
playing catch up a little bit, transitioning late in order to catch up.
Struggling all the way through outer zone 2.
See if he goes back out.
Savio was able to keep a close proximity, but huge angle going to that final outer zone. Savio was able to keep a close proximity on the chase on the previous lap.
Yes.
That's going to be a big factor. Now there's another thing that the judges are going to look at. Was it an active chase? So when people understand at home and are watching for the first time, the chase driver needs to have an active chase. This is borderline going into it. You see Leo coming in here. From what I'm seeing, he is 3, 4, maybe 5 cars.
I see some Savio cheers in the chat.
Yeah.
I see you guys.
And the transition, he
Tune
was
in.
able
Don't forget to share the live stream, by the way.
Yeah, he was able to reel him in a little bit, but then he falls back, and then he's trying to dive back into the pocket. It was a lot of slinking here, and this is not Toy Story.
Slinky will save us all, though.
Yeah.
Buzz! You're definitely Buzz Lightyear. It's okay.
You saw the picture last year?
I'll be Woody. The fact that you said, did you see the picture? No, but now we have something to talk about when the mics are off later.
Me and Alec, he was dressed up as Woody, and I was dressed up as Buzz Lightyear.
I didn't see. No!
Yeah,
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
It was great. And actually, Lewis.
Alec is actually an action figure. I don't know if you know that.
And he's coming. Now we're waiting for the judge's decision.
So, in the spirit of competition, Savio wins. But we're going to need to clarify this with tech.
I just want to let you guys know it might be a little bit harder for me to get interviews at this later point.
Yes.
Just because the winners are going to want to go get their tires changed, get everything set up. And the losers, no offense, they might not want to talk to me. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes we go through our emotions positively, sometimes negatively. You know, I know there's been times when I've been in my car and I lost a battle. I'm like, how the heck did I lose that? You know?
Are you talking about that one time when you cried when Dunkin' Donuts was closed?
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
I don't even drink coffee.
It looks like Savio gets the win and moves on. He's going to get himself set up. Might get a
What's up, Savio, man?
How you doing, Dusty?
I'm good, man. You got another win. You're going to go change some tires and go for the full thing?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow. I love the confidence. Kill it. Smoke Daddy in the house. I got to ask something. We're all wondering. What is going on with you and these lights, man?
I don't know.
Just called him right out on it.
You know, so maybe I was.
Intense interviewing.
Car's just acting a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter on the clutch.
The car's just wider.
Wider? Oh, wide stop.
Yeah.
Wider.
You're not used to it.
Oh, are you hitting cones?
That's what it was at the start line.
So you're hitting the cones because of Y-Fab.
I'm not used to the car being that wide.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I just want to let you know they have started a drinking game about this on the live stream. So you are a fan favorite right now.
Got to win at something, right?
You're a winner tonight, baby. We'll see you around, and we'll see you tomorrow. Guys, absolutely loving it.
The resets, definitely the most.
We're having a drinking game. Got to win at something.
I mean, if you're not first, you're last. We've officially decided that.
So we got Byron Parish versus Savio Silva on the left side of the bracket of the final four. We have our next drivers getting ready and getting situated. And it's the right side of the bracket. You have Mitchell Rohr versus Carlos Santos, and Willie Espinosa versus John Temple. Now, I did point this out earlier of the battle of Willie Espinosa and John Temple. And the background behind them, they actually they not work with each other, but they're acquaintances on building their cars together, in a sense.
Garage mates.
Yeah, garage mates, let's say. John Temple has been Willie's.
There's a less confusing term for that. You were
yeah, a little bit.
You were getting there, though.
I was getting there. I was building it up. But here we go. John Temple is going to be in the lead.
calls him family.
And we have Willie Espinosa in the chase. They have practiced plenty of times
John Temple
together.
with a great initiation.
Filling a huge
Gotta get
smoke
out there,
cloud,
right?
but missing that first outer zone, but able to be as rowdy as he has to be. Going to outer zone 2. Willie is trying to reel him in. He's able to get some proximity and then falling off a little bit. And here comes the transition to that final outer zone. Here comes the dive from Willie. Willie get right into the pocket. It's a little bit of struggle. It looked like Willie had to shallow up angle to even keep up with John Temple on this whole lap.
So he started with a very shallow initiation in that last transition.
Yes. So it's going into like when someone has so much grip and power. You got
We
Willie.
both have fighter pilot hands going now.
Yeah, fighter pilot action going on.
I was inverted.
So you have Willie. You see how his angle is a little bit shallower, but trying to keep up with the momentum and speed of John Temple, and then transitioning, going into the second outer zone. Willie was trying to mirror the angle, but he realized he was falling behind, and he had to shallow up to dive back in. And here comes that early transition. Willie trusts John Temple in the lead, so he is able to kind of say, all right, I know what he's going to do. Let me dive even harder.
Just pour down into
So,
it.
yeah, this is why I pointed this battle out, because they know how each other
it was going
drive.
to come in.
It's going to be insane. Now we're going to have Willie Espinosa in the lead, and then John Temple in the chase. John Temple said he will drive right through anybody that goes in the lead lap if he has to.
It's not through, it's with. He's just trying to get in the passenger seat.
Here we go. Willie Espinosa in the lead. John Temple in the chase. Slide United. Desert Tan. S chassis. And Willie Espinosa able to fill out that first outer zone. But look at John Temple getting door to door with Willie Espinosa transition.
Stand on him.
Able to back off, then dive right back into the pocket. And using all of that LS power going all the way to that second touch and go. Here's John Temple transitioning, diving back into the pocket of Willie Espinosa.
Great car control.
My God.
Great car control. Absolutely spectacular. You guys put your hands together for that battle.
Woo! Wow. Let's see the drone replay on that. You see John Temple coming in. When he initiated, he had a shallow angle and then angled up.
So.
And then he realized, oh, my God, I'm getting really close. Let me angle up a little bit to give him that room for the transition and then dive back into the pocket.
There were several very pivotal control moments where you could see that follow.
Yes.
Was just staying and creating the pocket that even crumbled for a minute through a stumble.
And it was great to see this kind of battle here because it was just straight aggression from John Temple.
It's what you plan to see on the top of the board, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting real nice up here. The cream is getting there. Yeah. Is that a headband?
It's a crown.
It's a
and
crown.
It looks like Willie Espinosa gets the win.
Espinosa with the win. You guys put your hands together out there.
I was a battle.
Everybody wake yourself up a little bit. Put them up. We got a late night coming.
Be quick,
Party
man.
don't stop.
That win?
Oh, the car's still working, so we win.
Car's still working, so we win. Yeah, buddy, yeah.
That's all it takes. I just like to say.
You said you were going to do it, put the skinny pedal to the ground. That chase was amazing. You should feel really proud.
Thank you. I definitely had some screw-ups in my lead. That only comes with seat time here, and I didn't have it, so I gave it everything I got and put that skinny pedal to the ground, and I tried to get it forward, but I missed it. I was close.
You got real close, and they were even saying that pocket crumbled, that wave came in, coming out, and you still popped in control. Great control, and all you got was free practice tonight. You're high up on the board. You're going to see it.
I can't wait for tomorrow. Let's go get it. Have a great rest of your night.
Absolutely. Charge on.
Full send always. That's all you do.
Just some cool people out here, man.
Yeah, you know.
Some really cool people.
There's a lot of great racers. A lot of great racers.
Yes.
A lot of great teams.
And it's cool because with John Temple, he actually, so last year when I first started here, he just had a sim getting set up, and then he reached out to me, me and the crew I run with that got me into commentating, ACS. We're like, we'll help you out. We'll get you a car that's similar to what you feel. And he's been using the sim consistently every Thursday to drive through and try to get into locked in.
What'd I do?
So where John Temple was able to use the sim to kind of fine-tune his, like, knowing where to position his car and getting himself situated. So we have our next battle coming up as well.
It's seat time, even if it's virtual seat time.
Yeah.
And that translates.
You heard that, Red?
The term virtual seat time could have a lot of different implications. So
I didn't even think about that, to be honest.
I try not to.
I'm very very in tune with the track right now. You have a Capri Sun?
Yeah. I have kids. My car comes with snacks. I didn't even put this in there. I just found it. It's just nice of them to leave me snacks.
That's awesome.
I don't know if they planned on it, but I just put ice in the cooler and just keep refrigerating all the drinks they leave. It's perfect. It's great. I got a Lunchable. I don't even know what kind yet. I hope it's the pizza one.
Out of nowhere, you're gonna see melted gushers on the bottom of the seat.
I mean, that just makes it easier to eat. Just one big gusher.
Oh, gosh.
You just got to make it work, man. Shout out to Jameson and Autumn for always cleaning out the back seat. You guys are great.
All right, we have our battle, our left side of the bracket battle is Byron Parish versus Savio Silva. On the right side is Mitchell Rohr versus Carlos Santos. Carlos Santos.
I feel like we need introduction music for the drivers for the finals. Like a little Spanish guitar.
Maria Maria from Carlos Santana.
Oh, it's a powerful song.
A beautiful song. It's about the West Side Story. You know that? Not that many people do. Yeah, you know what? I think not that many people would know that in the sense that who is Carlos Santana?
I mean,
I've had that question asked, and I'm like, all right, my nieces are in the high school, and I have to explain it to them.
It's okay. Have you ever had to explain who Beyonce's husband is before? Do you ever want to hurt deep down inside? Who's Beyonce's husband? You mean Mr. Carter? You mean Jay-Z? You're like, come on. Hova, H to the Izzo. You know what? You know him as a soft NBA team owning guy. But back before he bagged a baddie named Beyonce.
Here we go. Carlos Santos in the lead. And we have Mitchell Rohr coming out here, being as rowdy as he can be, right on the door of Carlos Santos. Santos is going out here, transitioning a little bit slow, but going into the second outer zone, able to use that left foot brake to position his car. Huge proximity. And able to dial it in. Contact on the transition.
You gotta give that space, man.
Ooh-wee.
Turn yours down. You're down. Try now. Can you hear me now?
Here we go. We have a contact on the second to last transition. The judges are looking at that while the drivers are going back. It looks like Mitchell Rohr was being very, very aggressive going to the second outer zone, but then able to get there was a huge dive, but Carlos Santos did not reach out that touch and go going into that second touch and go at the end. But we're looking at the replay on the live stream. You see the transition. Mitchell dives as hard as possible there, going to outer zone 2. You have Carlos trying to pivot his back end around, but misses that touch and go that chokes up the chase driver. I think that's going to be a fault of Carlos. All right, and it sounds like there's possibly going to be a 5-minute for that contact.
No, your mic is off.
Check 1 2. You can't hear me? Check 1 2. No.
So we're
really. Check 1 2. You guys hear me now? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, they hear you.
Oh, okay.
So
that's weird. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
We have
I thought we were having mic issues. Everybody real quick, can you hold one hand up? Can everybody hold one hand up? Pick a hand, any hand. Pick your favorite hand, hold it up.
I was going to say, nobody could hear you earlier.
Pick up your strong hand.
And the volume is still down.
Give him the strong hand. Pick up your one hand. Pick up your one hand. Now look in the eyes of the person next to you and ask if your deodorant is still working. Just check with them.
It's only one speaker working.
I saw that one dude took a big whiff over there.
So it's just one of those over there?
One speaker's carrying everything right now.
No, okay.
Are the other ones just dead?
All dead.
All right.
I mean, we can take a double look in a little bit. As long as the audio is carrying through on the live stream and that one speaker for commentary, I guess. But we'll take a look at it in a minute.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's not even through the sub right now. Nothing has audio besides one speaker out here.
Oh.
Here we go. We have people getting ready and waiting. So with a
track staff are just going to get it ready.
With a contact that's being made in a drifting competition.
I got to step away. I'll be right back.
You got it. But when there's contact being made, there is a 10-minute timeout for that person that had a contact, whoever's at fault. Now, the other driver can choose to take his 5-minute competition timeout. When every driver has one competition timeout throughout the bracket in FD and as well as Pro-Am, we're choosing the same rules. So in seeding bracket, they get one competition timeout, and then in the final bracket, the big show, they get one competition timeout as well. If you've just made it to the show, you don't get two competition timeouts. You only get one. So we're having the drivers get situated. It looks like we're waiting for Carlos and Mitchell to get situated. So we have our track officials talking to the pits and getting situated over there to make sure that they're taken care of. They have actually a timer set up. We have people out here enjoying the food trucks. There's a car show going out. There's the crazy kart competition over there as well. And it looks like we are getting our next battle come up. And it's going to be Byron Parish versus Savio Silva. So we're going to get them get onto the line. So the winner moves on to the final battle.
Check one, two.
Yep. Can you guys hear me down there? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. You hear me? You don't hear me? They don't hear me. You muted me.
I didn't mute anybody.
So
absolutely, yeah.
We're getting them situated there.
Are you on two or one? Check 1 2. Talking again?
Testing 1 2 3. If you're in the crowd, could you hear me? Nope, you can't hear me. Are you saying no because you hear me? You just want to make me feel weird? I see that guy giggling about it.
I see some shaky hands.
Yeah, these guys is giggling about it. They hear me. Do you hear me? No? I trust that guy over there with the beard. A little bit? You hear me a little bit? You hear me a tiny bit? Is that a play on my... I saw it. Yeah, my height. I appreciate that.
Do you hear me better or worse? Can you hear me?
They hear you.
Oh, everybody hears me.
They hear you. They hear me a tiny bit.
What did you do wrong?
I didn't do anything wrong. You were touching it.
Did I sabotage your stuff?
You sabotaged me.
I did. I'm so sorry.
You see what they do to me over here? They make fun of my height.
But in the mix, it sounds fine.
Yeah,
but out
probably.
there, they can't hear you.
So we'll see how that goes. Make sure that we're not blowing out the eardrums.
Yeah, as long as the live stream is picking it up properly, that's important too. Do.
We have track staff. Oh, it looks like Mitchell is actually getting towed out.
Okay.
So while the track official is getting them towed out, we'll wait for the next battle to come up. I still think they're getting their cars situated and tires ready. Let's run a commercial break real quick, and then we'll catch up as soon as the guys get on the line.
Once again, that's just a quick update. Mitchell is getting towed off real quick. They're going to move him out the way and then line up for the next run. Great opportunity to check out each and every one of our sponsors. Check out the commercials. Check out everything going on. We got a late night party coming up too. Don't you worry.
If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. Whether you're building a dedicated track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture top quality billet performance parts that cater to a wide variety of applications, from transmission conversions and custom drive shafts to valve covers. We use only the finest materials and advanced technology to produce the most reliable parts out there in order for you to achieve your goals. If you would like to find out more about our products, feel free to reach out to us at autosportsengineering@gmail.com or check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built into every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium performance to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win, pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
Not like us or whatever. Like we understand like technical driving and all that stuff. We're more like this keep going super fast. But most spectators don't, and they're not looking to appease to the. Oh shit! Paul's gotta come back.
I got it.
Paul's over there.
Paul?
We're gonna make the call for fucking.
All right, here we go. We got our battle over here. It's the left side of the bracket. We have Byron Parish and Savio Silva. We're going to see how they are going to battle it out here. This is the left side of the bracket, so this goes on to the final battle. We're going to figure out on the left side of who's in the final battle. Now, in the show, the real competition for tomorrow, there will be a third place battle usually. On seeding bracket, there is no third place battle. It's just going to be these guys competing, and they're going to figure out who's going to be in the top spot. So here we go. Savio Silva in the lead. Byron Parish in the chase. Making sure the track is clear. A lot of the guys out here have been here all day in the beating sun, and now it's cooled down. The track's cooled down. Temperature is a little bit colder for the actual surface for these drivers, but we have Savio Silva in the lead. It looks like Byron jumped the gun a little bit, but was able to kind of pull himself back here. Savio Silva being able to fill out that first outer zone a little bit shallow, then diving into that touch and go. Huge angle transition is good. Going to the second outer zone. Here's Savio Silva and Byron trying to get as close proximity as possible. Savio's doing a great job transitioning to that final outer zone, but Byron actually struggled a little bit on that proximity going to that final outer zone in that decel. Now we're going to see the drone replay as well, see if there's any kind of corrections or any kind of mistakes from the lead driver. We see the run up here. They were almost side by side, but then that initiation going into that first outer zone, he was flirting with disaster towards that touch and go. But now here comes Byron coming in to dive into the pocket, falls back a little bit. Now he's trying to shallow up the angle to dive in as quickly as possible. And the touch and go is great from Savio, and transition locked in to that final outer zone. Great lead lap from Savio.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Savio got lined in on that one and just said, we are going to put the pedal to the floor, just like our other UCF grad over there.
Now we're going to see the swapping of sides. Byron's going to be in the lead. Savio is going to be in the chase. Getting ready. The DJ booth is getting ready as well, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more battles to go. So, second lap of this battle, Byron Parish versus Savio Silva. Byron is with that red S chassis, and Savio is in the green, Drift HQ green S chassis as well. Here are the lights. Here we go. Who will go to the finals? Byron Parish in the lead. Savio Silva in the chase. Savio coming in to try to dive into the pocket as quickly as possible, and he does, but then falls back a little bit, using that left foot brake to slow himself down. It looked like he had too much momentum going to that first outer zone, but here comes Byron being able to lock in and lock out all the way through. Huge angle going to that touch and go. Here's the transition to the final outer zone. Will Savio Silva dive into the pocket and keep proximity? A huge correction from Byron at the end. Oh no, for Byron. This is going to be a very crucial call. We're going to look at the replay right here and now. We have Byron coming in here with pretty much a straight line initiation going into the first outer zone. And here comes Savio trying to dive in. Looks like he's falling off a track, getting lost in the smoke. And then able to kind of find him outside of the smoke in outer zone 2, diving in as quickly as possible. You have that wavering going into that transition to that final outer zone, and then a huge correction at the end.
I'm wondering if there was contact there to make him spin around the rear of that car there.
It didn't seem like there was contact. We'll look at the drone replay yet again. We had that first outer zone. I do see what you're talking about, but it did look like the first half of the track, Savio was struggling to see the the car, but the transition here.
And they're coming right.
It looks like the judges have come to the decision. Savio Silva gets the win and moves on to the finals.
Byron pumped over there, doing a little burnout. That man, like I said, worked his butt off getting that car put back together. Got to get a couple laps with him. Actually handed him my fire extinguisher so his car wouldn't light on fire just last Sunday. And here he is competing at the top level. Savio. Savio here, man. The man, the myth, the legend. How are you feeling, bud?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Big old grin on your face, getting the win there. Anything going on with the car? Everything solid?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, I got a good team. Boys built me a good car. I've been correcting my runs every time we come out, watch videos. So keeping it calm and just taking one battle at a time.
Man, Smoke Daddy out here staying calm, ready for a win. Keep going, buddy.
Great job, Savio.
Absolutely coming out here like a monster. Smoke Daddy loving to make food for everybody. Big with Drift HQ. Chris Jackson here. You want to do an interview too? You gotta try. You gotta try.
With Chris, whenever you get interviews, they are actually very entertaining. But he was driving by with that pickup truck. I thought he was gonna hit you with the pickup truck.
He wanted to. I saw you didn't have a co-star, so I kind of jumped in to give you somebody to bounce off of. I know how it is being up there alone.
He's in the potty a little bit, so we're waiting for him to come back. But
he's mixing up the new mixes to drop as soon as the end of the battles are done, because he is going to be the DJ for the night for the next hour or two after these battles.
That is true. We do have 2 DJs tonight. You have my co-star over here, and as well as another individual, which he will introduce himself during the after party. But we're waiting for Savio Silva. So these guys, we talked about how they have a pit crew and everything like that. The way they quickly change their tires, they already have wheels set up and they're able to lock in the tires in the back so they could get them back on the track as quickly as possible. We do have the other battle, the other half of the battle of Mitchell Rohrer and Carlos Santos. The winner will move against Willie Espinosa. And Willie has been a character out there, Dustin. When he said, hey, my engine's working, we're winning, that was the funniest interview I've heard all day, probably.
It was great. It was great.
So we're waiting for the judges and the drivers. And here's my co-star over here.
Back. I made it.
We said you were mixing up some new beats for the after party after. You know?
If I could explain to you how far the bathroom is from here, from my present location right now.
It's a pretty far hike. Going to that bathroom over there, and you're like, oh, maybe I could get there real quick. And there's literally probably
the minute we said, all right, we're going to take a break while we tow that car off the line, I was like, I got time to go to the bathroom. As soon as I walk away, all right, they're up the line, we're going to run them. I was like, geez, guys.
Yeah, that bathroom is probably 150 meters away.
Oh, yeah, it was a good solid power walk, Olympic level.
Not to cut off the toilet talk, but I do know that at the end of this stream, too, not just besides him getting his beats on, going to be taking care of the DJing for the next 2 hours, there's a live stream for Taxi Garage as well.
Yes.
So there's going to be a live stream that you guys can jump over to watch the Crazy Kart Challenge. I know that's going to be exciting. We have people that have flown out from Chile, and we have somebody that drove all the way from New Mexico to compete.
For the Crazy Kart Challenge?
For the Crazy Kart Challenge.
That's crazy. No pun intended.
Well, I think they're not. They might be camping. He did go a long way, so they might be intense.
And where's that going to take place?
So that's going to be taking place down here, actually, just off the road here. But you can get the live stream off of their Instagram, Taxi Garage.
So if you guys have never seen Taxi Garage's videos, they have viral videos. They've been to almost all over the world right now. They went to Dubai.
They just got their YouTube for like 1 million views. So.
Wow, that's crazy. Congratulations.
Shout out to Taxi Garage. Give him a hand.
Big hand for Taxi Garage.
Guys, I want to see clapping hands in the chat.
That's crazy. But yeah, Taxi Garage, they travel all over. They have a great time. They're actually two of the owners are actually driving in the Pro-Am series. Nick Ward, Ryan Conklin out there is just.
His name is Nick Jeezy, by the way.
Nick Jeezy and Ryan Kaufman.
His name is Nick Jeezy. They call him the
And these guys are just straight shredders too.
No, absolutely, like animals behind the wheel.
Yeah,
insane.
I've seen them drive. It's fun, and when they're on the OSW, or even if you were at Fuel Fest, you saw them ripping. When you see them both out there,
absolutely.
It's insane.
They were a sight to behold because they had like hours of fun run time out there too.
Yeah.
So once the competition was over and they could just wing it,
Yeah, Ryan Kaufman is an absolute shredder out there.
They shredded.
they sent me some of the videos of them doing like tandems with the crazy carts. There's like 10 cart. Like,
oh yeah, no, I was watching their Dubai video and their other videos, just them sliding around and all these beautiful international locations, 8 deep sideways down these parking garages, 3 and 4 stories, 10 stories.
It's insane. It's insane. But we want to thank our sponsors. We're going to the final battle. Definitely a big thank you to the sponsors that have supported U.S. Drift Circuit.
Autosports Engineering, Taxi Garage, Drift HQ, Canetta Tire, Link Engine Management, Outlaw Net.
Kenda Tire.
Kenda?
Kenda.
Not
what did I say?
Kinetic.
You said like Kinetic Tire.
Yeah.
Like Connecticut.
Kanita. Kenda.
No, yep, Kenda Tire.
Kinder Kanita. That's what you said.
Maybe it was a chocolate reference. Is it Kinder? Did I say Kinder?
I don't know. Kinder eggs? I don't know what you're talking about.
We have
Kinder chocolate sounds good.
We have our sponsors, Autosports Engineering, we got Drift HQ, Kenda Tires, OMP,
in your head,
Link ECU, Taxi Garage, KBD,
Did
Outlaw
you mention
Network,
Dustin Motors?
Claim Defenders, FLYDAY Drones. There's so many out there that support us
and made this possible.
Made this event possible for sure.
Well, with that delay, I think we're actually going to roll to commercial, and
Yes,
we're going to
we
get
are.
to be able to jump off these mics.
If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. Whether you're building a dedicated track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture top quality billet performance parts that cater to a wide variety of applications, from transmission conversions and custom drive shafts to valve covers. We use only the finest materials and advanced technology to produce the most reliable parts out there in order for you to achieve your goals. If you would like to find out more about our products, feel free to reach out to us at autosportsengineering@gmail.com or check out the website at autosportsengineering.com.
There's no better way to test your tires than on the racetrack. That's why at Kenda Tires, we compete with the same tires we sell. And that's how the technology built into every Bethesda UHP Max tire goes from podium to pavement. Whether you're a professional driver chasing podiums or a grassroots enthusiast looking for weekend excitement, Kenda Tires are designed for your journey.
Link is the engine management solution for champions the world over. We know what it takes to win. Pushing boundaries, performing under pressure, and having the best people on your team. Our tech support are performance specialists, available 24 hours and ready to talk one-on-one about your winning formula. Link ECU, the performance, reliability, and power to get to the podium.
If you're building a track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture some of the best billet performance parts in the market today, from transmission conversions to custom carbon drive shafts and drive shaft adapters. We use only the highest quality materials and equipment to ensure that our parts are not only strong, but also the finest quality. Whether you're looking to improve your vehicle's performance, reliability, or durability, Autosports Engineering has the perfect solution for you. Whether you're building a dedicated track car or a daily driver, Autosports Engineering has got you covered. We manufacture top quality billet performance parts that cater to a wide variety of applications, from transmission conversions and custom drive shafts to valve covers. We use only the finest materials and advanced technology to produce the most reliable parts out there in order for you to achieve your goals. If you would like to find out more about our products, feel free to reach out to us at autosportsengineering@gmail.com or check out the website at autosportsengineering.com. Whether you're building a dedicated track car or
Here we go. We are live. We're getting ready for the second half of that battle.
So Autosports Engineering one more time.
Autosports
Engineering, absolutely.
They're a big asset to the U.S. Drift Circuit, being one of the primary partners there. So it's really good to see local, like, just getting their name out there.
Right, that company recognition for everything that they do.
Yeah, man, it's great. And
they make a lot of grassroots drifting possible.
Yes, and if you guys don't know what grassroots drifting, it's basically drifting, but with less horsepower out here, almost stock street cars. And we have train horns going off in the side.
Big trucks.
Big trucks.
Noises. Drone is up.
There we go.
Getting warmed up. Cars are lining up. It's about that time. Track is going back hot.
Yeah.
Let's get some drifting in tonight.
Let's get wild.
Get wild.
Get crazy.
Get
wild. You gonna play that song later?
Do something great. Can I get some fist pumps in the group chat? Jersey Shore, I see you.
Man, that was the bane of my existence.
You have no. My girl makes me rewatch it, and every
That's
time I'm like, I don't want to see this, and then 2 episodes in, I'm like, all right, hold on, Run, stop.
Here we go, Mitchell Rohr in the lead.
Carlos Santos on the chase.
Here it is, BMW versus S chassis. Carlos Santos coming in here as fast as possible, using that left foot brake to right off the rip to stabilize, but then he is losing that proximity. Now he's angling up. That transition is going to be very crucial so he could dive into that pocket. Mitchell Rohr is a little bit late on that second outer zone.
A little bit of space there.
He is not following that line that he should be going into this final outer zone. Carlos Santos is trying to mirror the image, mirror the line, the angle of Mitchell Rohr.
I don't think he closed the door that he needed to.
Well, it goes into the fact of how the line was made. So on the previous battle, we did see Mitchell make contact with Carlos Santos.
So now he's going to be a little bit more cautious.
That's also, there's no one more times in seating bracket. So who made the more crucial mistake? You have Carlos Santos going in the chase, or in the lead, and causing that choke up. But you also have now Mitchell Rohr coming out here and doing a good job trying to reach out. And it's a more chaseable line, I would say, compared to Carlos's first lead. And we're going to see how they judge it.
But
with the judges
as we've noticed with all these line infractions, it really, you don't know how much of the race might be won or lost until the end. So you have to run your best.
Yes, you do have to run your best, and especially in the seating bracket here, this is pretty much is more seat time for these drivers to get into the actual show. So they're already guaranteed a spot in the show. And these guys are lining up. I think the judges have come to a decision. And it looks like Mitchell Rohr gets the win.
Rohr with the win. Guys, make some noise for Rohr. I see you.
All right. We have to get Mitchell to swap out tires, and then it will be Willie Espinosa.
Guys, I just want to let you know, I had to walk away to not do interviews, and this man was looking for me. He told me, make Dustin show up. Where is he? I'm here, buddy.
Where are you?
I mean Dustin of Dustin Motors?
Yes, Dustin of Dustin Motors. We're going to get that interview, buddy. Congratulations for getting the interview finally. What are you up to?
I don't even have words right now, bro. Just to let you guys know, I've never won a battle in my life, so today's a pretty good day. Even though it's seating, it means a lot to me. So,
winning battles, and you're all the way up here, man. Look at you go.
Epic.
Go ahead and get them tire changed out. Let's see you next run, all right? Get out there, brother.
Make some noise for Mr. Rohr.
All kinds of pumped, guys. He's ear to ear.
Right, that's great energy right there. He was so smiley. You can see it through the helmet.
Carlos, you look dead.
Tired, but I felt so freaking bad for making him have to go through all that. Like, I'm going to go over there and give him a big fat kiss. I can't wait.
Oh, okay. What do you mean? What did we have to go through?
You know, touching his car and working on his car because of what happened in the touch and go. He bumped my front wheel. I was cutting it too short. I didn't give him the touch and go how I was supposed to, so I messed up. No, you can see it. But he was such a good sport, and I came up to him as soon as we got out, and he parked it. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, you're good, you're good. And I was like, oh, God, thank God. Because he seems super nice. I'm going to go give him a big fat kiss. I got to go.
Go, give him a kiss, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Great camaraderie all the way from the track to the pits.
You're going to see...
Super excited to see those guys.
You're going to see lip prints on the Mitchell Rohr's visor. And it's probably going to cause a distraction while he's competing.
It's crazy how competitive these guys can be, but also still how respectful and just...
Chris Jackson refused another interview. I just want to let everybody know. I asked him.
You have to speak to his people.
Who am I? Like, what do you mean?
You're his people's people.
Exactly.
You're the man of the people. You're the voice of the people.
The voice of the people. Don't go putting that on me. Hey, if I'm the voice of the people, are you guys having a fun time out here? I know you guys are all tired. You've been in the sun all day. Make some noise, guys. Make some noise. Let's know you're alive.
I'm hearing them in the stands.
All my people in the bleachers, put your hands together. Make some noise. Congratulate yourselves. You guys have been doing great all day and all night. Keep that energy going.
Oh, this dude is waving over there, getting amped up.
Keeping that energy.
Keeping that energy.
Remember, you have to hum all your music. We can't get struck on YouTube, so we can't listen to music in the background.
As long as it's 2 seconds of a lyric, you're good.
It depends on which 2 seconds of a song.
That is true too. It's a family-friendly show.
You can't touch the Beatles.
Oh,
can't touch the Beatles.
We have the guys getting set up and getting tires situated. For tomorrow, you're gonna have the actual battles go on. And this is actually for points. Now, these guys are still competing for a Formula Drift license at the end of the season. So there is one license that happens. Champion gets to move on to Pro Spec in Formula Drift. And that's not only an accomplishment, but it's also more stress for these guys.
Absolutely.
Because they have to travel state to state representing Florida, being a pro Spec driver, going all the way through.
Competing on a professional level.
And their first competition is usually at Road Atlanta, one of the iconic tracks, actually the iconic tracks besides Irwindale, the House of Drift. Road Atlanta is one of the craziest, more strategic kind of tracks for these drivers, and that's where their nerves are going to get hit right off the rip. But after that, it should be smooth sailing. They go to Englishtown, and then they keep traveling through.
Follow the rest of the tour.
Yeah, basically the rest of the tour. They have 4 rounds, I believe, 4 or 5 rounds through the Formula Drift season. So they get the visibility, which is cool. But it's just the nerves, trying to calm yourself down. That's
Absolutely. Well, seat time on a professional level not only helps you overcome those nerves, but also gives you the confidence to compete at that level. Because you could have the car, you could have the equipment, you could have the seat time and experience, but that confidence is a huge thing.
Yeah, and it goes into the fact when I was talking to Lewis at Englishtown when I went to go see him run, it's have fun. If you have fun, you already did all the hard work right off the rip. The hard work is prepping the car for the event and getting the car to the event. Now you just have fun at the event, shred as best as you can.
Right, it's that zen. Like, okay, everything else is gone.
When you get
just
that
drive.
feeling, you start ending up to be top tier talents. Like Vaughn Gittin, you got up there. He drives for the fun of it. He drives 1 or 2 rounds a year because he loves the tracks. You have other drivers as well. You have Osbo. He's so surgical when he drives,
Absolutely.
but he's there to have fun too.
Right, he's meticulous about his art, but he treats it as an art.
Yes, and then Ryan Turk is another driver I love to talk about as well. He used to drift the Pontiac Solstice, and I talked to him.
I was about to say, you take it all the way back to the Pontiac
Yeah,
days.
man, and I talked to him at Englishtown, and I'm like, I remember when you bunny hopped in Las Vegas. He was like, wow, that was a long time ago. And when he said that, I felt old thinking about it. So
that's a throwback drifting memory, though.
Yeah,
that's
man.
an archive. That's way back in there.
My first experience, I've told people here that my first experience was at Wall Speedway.
Okay.
And that was back in 2007, 2008. And going there, and I'm like, man, I wish they had it back, but they're maintaining it. And then Englishtown became the Coliseum of drifting, which Englishtown, I went there for drag racing. That's how OG I was for Englishtown, and I was there for when Club Loose started popping off. I hanged out there for a bit, and I fell in love with drifting even more at the grassroots level too. So it's a dope experience.
I got to brush shoulders with the world famous Chris Jackson when he actually was at the Pro-Ams for the Formula Drift and working with other teams. I watched him put the yellow 240 into the wall, that beautiful spec that's now blown up in his office in all memoriam to see. But I remember meeting him, and he was at the time launching US Drift Circuit and doing a lot of things with our buddy Tim. And he was like, hey, we're going to take this thing off, but you have a lot of driving to do if you want to help with it. And I was like, sure, I'm in. And we started going down a county line that no longer is there, and then PBIR, which is no longer there. So a historical anomaly of all these backtracks that created this moment right here. And now we're at beautiful Sebring. World famous Sebring.
World famous Sebring, where they
Big
do 24-hour events.
And
now
here we go.
Willie Espinosa in the lead. Mitchell Rohr in the chase. Who will go on to battle Savio Silva from Willie Espinosa, doing a fantastic job filling out that first outer zone. But here comes Mitchell Rohr roaring down that door of Willie Espinosa as hard as possible. Beautiful angle from Willie Espinosa. Very consistent all the way through, hitting that touch and go all the way into this final outer zone. Let's see if you float on in there. Use that left foot brake to pit that car around, and money all the way through that track. Willie Espinosa. Wow. Good lead run. That was a great lead run. That wasn't even a good one. That was a great one.
That was great. I was actually.
He gave him that door that you needed. We're gonna go over the.
I was gonna give you the opportunity to go first on that one, but I noticed in that lead line, like not only did he take the full extension coming into that transition, but when he swapped and came over for that third section, he took his time, made him follow properly, and said, no, I'm going to take my line and get my points. And you're just going to have to ride in there if you want to be here.
Yeah, it's basically he was guiding him, and that's when I saw them transition, I said float instead of diving into the third.
He played his break off a little bit nicely.
He was beautiful on that transition.
It was a great setup for the second lap.
Yes. And now here we go. We have Mitchell Rohr in the lead. Willie Espinosa in the chase. Here, we're waiting for the track staff to give them the green lights, or the red lights, if you will. You have the Drift HQ tent. That's where Mitchell is over. Here we go. We got a point, and look at the lights. Here we go. Who will win and battle the Drift HQ S14 going in, coming in. A beautiful initiation from Mitchell Rohr with that BMW. Beautiful angle. Oh, my goodness. The angle going into that touch and
coming in, both of them wild in that second corner.
A little bit far back, a little bit falling back on that smoke, but able to dive right back into the pocket. Is he going to give him that room? Yes, he does. Let's see if Willie can dive back in, and he does as well at that final outer zone, but this is a very tit-for-tat kind of battle here. I think it might lead to
a lot of back
Mitchell.
and forth.
Yeah.
A lot of back and forth. And there's a lot to judge.
Yes.
I don't envy the judges in any way, shape, or form.
That's why
from up here, you see, like, both competitors, their initiation really set the tone for their lead run.
Yes, and you're seeing lead versus lead, chase versus chase. Mitchell Rohr's chase was very aggressive. Willie was as well, and I'm looking at how Willie's lead run was before. His lead run was spectacular. But you have Willie Espinosa coming in here on this final outer zone. He dove in and going into the pocket, I think with the proximity, and it looks like the judges have made the decision. Willie Espinosa gets the win.
Espinosa with the win. You guys make some noise for Espinosa.
Willie!
He has been having a great night.
He said he was just happy the car was together and he was getting to drive. But he's even more happy now.
Let's see what he says.
Yep. He's going to go.
Oh, he's got to go.
Yeah.
He's going to go.
He's going to go and change tires.
When you got to go, you got to go.
Speaking of going, good night to everybody at home. My love, good night to the wife and kids. See you, baby. I know it's getting late.
Oh, yeah.
We're not done here. No, we're still partying, but the kids got to get to bed.
Yeah,
it's getting late.
It is getting a little late.
It's getting late.
Tad bit late.
Put the kids to bed.
Night-night.
Maybe get some wine.
For the kids?
No, for yourself. When the kids go to sleep. You know.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know what you guys are doing with your ponytail later, but might I encourage you a bottle of Bordeaux?
Oh, man, I'm a whiskey man.
I love you guys at home. Each and every one of you on the live stream, we do love you guys. We thank you for all your support as well. You guys are part of our family. You don't have to go to bed. You can stay up as late as you want. I am not your daddy. Don't you worry. Have the party that you want. Live your life. But when the live stream ends, the party does still begin. We have an after party here with the Drifters, with everybody. Going to have a great time. For you guys at home, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, US Drift Circuit, for all these events live and covering each and every angle from the professionalism that we give you, the color commentary, the judging, the viewers, each and every one of the spectators, and all of our amazing sponsors, and you, the viewer at home.
Yeah,
thanks so much for making it possible.
Especially with the viewers interacting in chat, we were able to see it.
No, the chat's great. Chat is on fire. I had to stop checking the chat because I was just laughing too much.
The chat's great, and I love the energy from the chat, being able to kind of see what they're feeling about the runs and able to bring up the explanation when I look at it. I'm like, all right, let me see if I can find the explanation real quick for you guys. So going on, we have Willie getting his car situated. Savio is probably already waiting to scrub his tires and get situated.
I was about to say, there's probably a car waiting, and then there's another car flying through the pits trying to get back there.
So the thing is with these drivers, when they scrub their tires, they have a certain amount of time where they have to scrub them again because of the heat. When they scrub the tires, they're trying to get as much grip on the front as consistent as possible. So when you're scrubbing the tires on the front, yeah, you want the back tires to spin, but you want the front tires to be gripped up, so you could be able to follow the line. So if you're not getting that situated, you're gonna.
It's a delicate balance between the tacky front of the good grip tires, but also the slide of a new tire that you want to get that brief little break in before you actually drift on it.
Yeah, for sure. And
because drifting on absolute fresh tires is nice. Can't do it.
Sketchy. Then you have some of these drivers you'll see in the pro area and in the pro level that they're having so much grip on the front that their inside tire starts lifting up, and then that gets me excited. So we're waiting for the green light. I think Willie is in his pit trying to get situated, and it looks like you have water.
I do have water. The kids asked me if I've been drinking water.
Yes, we've been drinking a lot of water today. A lot of water, and
I'll be standing somewhere, and my girl will just walk up to me and take whatever I'm drinking, and then swap it for a water. Like, okay.
The biggest thing is having electrolytes as well, too.
Absolutely. I mean, I get my Gatorade after I get my water. I have to earn it.
There's some people that are drinking Prime and stuff like that, and that's too sweet for me.
Don't do it.
My son loves it though.
All the kids do. That's the problem.
Here we go. We're getting ready.
Don't tell me you let your kids drink it, because then my kids are gonna want Prime. I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it, so your kids don't want to drink Prime.
They already heard it.
See?
They're home rewinding the live stream. Dad, he has Prime. Gives his kids Prime.
No. We have people of different. We have actually some people out there in the crowd that are wearing jerseys and T-shirts for the teams out there, and that's a big support for these teams. Especially if you ever go to their pits and you see a T-shirt, definitely cop one. It's going to help them out to continue their passion, their love to drift. That helps out with the budgeting in the program, too.
People don't realize that the merchandising that you see in these pits is really just to fund them getting here.
Yep.
All these people, they're not trying to make high-end profit and retire from their job. They're just trying to fund their motorsport addiction, if you will.
Yes.
And in a healthy way. They have a positive outlet, and we all get to work together, and we got to enjoy this on a competitive level. But it costs money.
Oh, yeah. And even being able to, like, go to amusement park or wherever you want and wearing their shirt, people are going to be like, oh, what is that?
Spreads awareness of the sport.
Yep, and it's going to also make people actually look at possibly their social media and be like, oh, this is cool. What does this mean?
I try to wear a lot of promo stuff to cross over, especially with my friends and family.
Yeah, I definitely try to spread the love as much as possible.
Support local, all that.
Yeah. We have those people down there. I don't know if the camera crew could see it. They have some chairs set up.
They're
right
comfortable.
Next to
you guys are comfortable
chilling.
up front. I see you.
Yeah, I saw you look at me. I see.
Those chairs look comfortable.
Yeah,
I see you.
it's giving us the thumbs up over there.
Shout out to all the fans holding it down, though. You guys are doing great. We appreciate your patience.
There,
as we get towards the finale.
You got camera. If you move that camera to the left, you'll see them. But you have other people just standing on the line. A lot of you guys got. Yeah, I see you. Yep. In front of the Drift HQ banner. Yeah. Let me see you, Dougie. Anybody could Dougie? No. That's my guy's hiding over there. Like there's a fireball coming up behind him. Oh, YMCA? Okay. Okay, D-Generation X we got going on. Let's I actually made a joke about that earlier. I was gonna well, not during the stream.
No, keep going.
But it was so hot. I think one of the photographers, Bunny, he actually got a video of me wetting my hair. And then I was about to do the Triple H, put the water in my mouth and spray in the air.
I was going to say you give off more of a Razor Ramon vibe when you pour all water. Looking wet with a toothpick.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon.
Man, we're dating ourselves now.
No, you don't understand. His name was Jake, and he had a snake. I mean, you didn't want to find him.
Man, it's funny because a lot of people see Kevin Nash, and I'm like, oh, the guy from that one movie. I'm like, no, the wrestler.
The wrestler, you mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things happening. You see a bunch of different celebrities.
There are people today that don't know that The Rock was a wrestler.
That's
like I told you,
that doesn't surprise me.
I told you about Beyonce's husband. It can just hurt your soul.
Yeah, it
hurts you a little bit. It starts to age you.
And we have the cars getting lined up.
I hear 'em.
Getting ready. This is our final battle.
Getting those tires ready. It is about that time.
Final battle of the seating
Final
bracket.
battle.
Now, you guys might be thinking, why are these guys doing the seating bracket? Why are they battling more and more and all this? What? It's actually getting them a better position in the bracket for tomorrow. So, out of the whole bracket,
This is all towards giving you an advantage.
Yes.
Coming tomorrow for the finals.
So it's setting up with the brackets.
By the way, what time did the final start tomorrow?
The final start tomorrow when the top 4 are done.
What time is
the finals tomorrow, or the battles tomorrow. I'll get you the
I'm just trying to get the crowd at home know what time the live stream's gonna, so everybody can tune back in.
Yes, because
for those of you at home,
you can actually, there's another thing, you can click the notification bell on the YouTube channel as well.
And then you will be notified anytime we go live or post new videos informing you about all the events coming up with US Drift Circuit.
Yes, and we have our final battle here.
Judges are getting ready.
Here we go.
Cars are getting ready.
Here we go, Willie Espinosa. Savio Silva in the chase. Oh, Willie going in and filling out that first outer zone. And here's Savio trying to keep that proximity right off the rip and keeping that proximity as the transition is done. And here is Willie just filling out the zone and being as rambunctious as possible. Tire drop, but loud and proud all the way through that final outer zone.
You
Willie
still have to leave it on the track.
Espinosa. Willie.
He was not playing.
Wild Willie.
He was not playing.
He was out there. And Savio was absolutely insane. The proximity of Savio.
Both drivers were actually crushing that round.
Yes, and if you notice on that first transition, Savio took his time to transition.
I saw that.
And he was able to dial him back in. So that, depending on the car build you have, you're able to do that.
That second swing makes all the difference.
It's insane.
Having the ability to watch your competitor slide and transition right before you do, though, does give the chase an advantage that most people don't think about.
Yeah, as long as you're able to compensate for the loss of momentum, that's the big thing. Because
and a lot of competitors lose momentum in a very different way.
Yes.
If it's a big Corvette slinging that thing around as opposed to a little S14.
And especially with the first transition, if you're waiting for the other guy to transition and he's already on throttle, and then you have to transition, you're already slowing down by pivoting the car around to try to dive into the pocket.
You're scrubbing off so much speed. And competitively, you either A, have to throttle on, and then you're just running the risk of are you too close to that person?
Yes.
And can you control the gap as you close it?
For sure. But we have the drivers getting back on the line. Our final battle. Willie Espinosa did a great job in the lead. Savio Silva in the lead now. And we have Willie in the chase. Last lap of our seating bracket. Savio Silva, here we go. Savio is out there with that green S chassis coming in. Straight initiation, getting deep into that first outer zone. Willie is getting lost a little bit with that proximity, and he needs to gain it in order to keep up with Savio Silva going to that second outer zone. Beautiful transition.
Staying on the power.
That third outer zone is going to happen. Yes, it does. Willie has to back off a little bit, but if we're looking at, Willie getting a little feisty out there.
Arf, arf.
I think there's a little bit of apology afterwards. He's like, my bad. There we go. We're going to watch this replay. I do see some great things happening here. You have Savio going in that first outer zone and was able to get locked in. Willie is losing that proximity, being far back, but then able to reel him in the second half of the track, going to that final touch and go. And Savio was able to fill out each zone and able to complete the lap as best as possible. And Willie was just trying to reel him in as best as possible as well.
As our two competitors going and line up right up front and center. Get your cameras out. It's decision time tonight. Shout out to each and every one of the competitors tonight. I know there's a lot to put on the track tomorrow.
We're
waiting, and that you have Savio out there.
Is our man Dustin from Dustin Motors on the field? Man, with
what's
the
going
plan.
on, guys?
Oh.
Are you guys excited? Was that Willie and Savio absolutely killing it all day today. Love to see it. You want to turn your car off, Willie? Thank you. Thank you. Look at him opening the door for him. He's so sweet.
Oh, that's a big old hug.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Hold on, let me get this pushed on quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Get on. I got you too, buddy.
I think he forgets how mics work.
Oh, my gosh. Huh?
No,
we're waiting
we
for
got
third.
You,
He's going to come around the corner. Gosh, both of you guys look fast. You guys look fast out there. Holy cow.
Because we are.
Because we are. Guys, simple question, simple answer.
On the cars, man. We've been wrenching all day. The team has been putting in the work on the cars. The only thing we can do is drive and see how they make us. I'm living in the moment.
Dude, I love these two so much. I'm so glad they're out here waiting on. And it looks like Byron got third. Excited noises, guys. Come on. I can't hide the fact who got third. He just pulled it around, guys. All right, and
third
I'm
place
waiting on
sliding
the
in.
judges to see if they've got a deliberation yet.
The judges are still deliberating
I know, I'm
right
going
now.
to.
And they're trying to figure
What am I
out.
supposed to do? He's coming around the corner.
He does like fig Newtons.
Hey, guys, okay, sound like you've never heard this news before, okay? Byron with third place!
The Bridesmaid
That was
Award.
a good job faking it, guys. Good job. Good job.
Bridesmaid Award? Is
The
that
Bridesmaid Award, yeah. It's when you
That's
get third place all the time.
Jeez.
I know, it's rough out there.
Who's the... You know what? We're not going to go into that.
Are you the maid of honor?
I'll definitely be the maid of honor. I have no problem with that. I'll be the groomsman that does the toast. Let's do it that way.
Good job, man. Dude, again, I know that I've reiterated this before a million times. I'm going to say it a million times again. This car was being doused with my fire extinguisher on fire, blown up just 7 days ago. 6 days ago. 6 days ago.
And that was even before the accident in OSW, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that was just on the way there.
That was. It wasn't even an accident. It just blew up on him, you know?
One Wawa sandwich away.
Pretty much.
One Wawa sandwich away
from an explosion.
Well, I do appreciate all of you guys being out here, spending all this time in the heat. We're going to let these judges do what they do best and deliberate and try to figure out how they can pick the best out of these two amazing drivers.
Dustin, you got plenty of time. Interview those other two. See how they're feeling right before the verdict is
They
called.
both said they were living the moment and they wanted to yap it up with each other, I think was Savio's words. He said he is a chef and he was cooking.
Ooh.
Right, you said that?
We'll be cooking all day, baby.
You'll be cooking all day, baby. Oh, goodness.
Keeping it hot.
Want to shout out some sponsors real quick since we have some time. Drift HQ. Obviously, U.S. Drift Circuit for putting on all of this. Big round of applause to all the track workers and everybody. Please make some noise for everybody that makes
Guys,
it
put your
happen.
hands together for all the volunteers. Everybody working hard.
Absolutely. Want to thank Outlaw Network for making sure you see this at home. Taxi Garage put on their competition right now. Without these people, none of this would be possible. Claim Defense, KBD making sure you can take a hit and still look good. OMP making sure all of us are safe. Kenda Motorsports and Drift HQ. And I'm sorry, Autosports. Say the Autosports one. I don't want to mispronounce it.
Autosports
Engineering.
There you go.
The way you say it. That's
Yeah,
all.
I was trying to point at him on the camera on the monitor.
Pointing things. Like I'm looking at flyers here, all right? And
Yeah.
St. Lucie Mobile Tire for coming all the way out here, all the way down. Since we got more time, he's all by himself. He's looking at it. He's saying it.
So,
Audio-Sports Engineering, yeah.
Byron.
Just checking it out. I made it this far, so I'm proud of my team and everything.
Dude, you look goofy like you just talked to the prettiest girl and she said yes to a date.
Living at the moment.
I think you're, what, 3 years
That's
now?
the look
with
of
a pretty lady
elation, man.
yourself?
He's just happy.
Yeah, very happy. Couldn't ask for anything else.
Couldn't ask for anything else. That's so sweet.
So, Dustin, we do have a decision.
We have a decision.
It was a split decision.
Oh.
Okay. Well, hold on. It's on the radio, right? Can it be said over the radio and then I can announce it?
Possibly. I think they're about to. I'm waiting for them.
I'm gonna get close to my radio.
Yeah, get close to it. Real close.
Real close.
Real close. Make sure the mic's not on it.
Closer.
Closer.
Smell it.
Just say it on the radio so I can know who it is.
On the radio.
Guys, with a split decision, ladies and gentlemen, first place, Savio in the green machine.
You guys make some
Absolutely
noise.
Killing it. Green Light Drift HQ, King's Performance, pulling up. Absolutely killing it. Every single one of them putting all the work. 3 absolute homies that I get to say are my close friends, and I hope anything else but to see this tomorrow on the final bracket. Guys, thank you for tuning in, and please, please drink some water. Have an amazing night.
Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everybody. Be safe, as well as enjoy the after party.
Right there on the board.
Oh, you smacked me in the face,
I was
dude.
pointing at the name, and then they took it away. See, I'm not crazy. It was just an excuse to hit you, actually. It was.
And then we have, I'll be back tomorrow, and we have DJ Kid Carter. Can you plug your Instagram real quick?
It is at DJ KIDKARTER. Add me, share it, tell your friends.
Let's make some noise for these guys burning off at least a paycheck's worth of tires tonight.
Make some noise for all the competitors and each and every one of our spectators, the fans at home, everybody who made this possible. It's been a great day of drifting and a great night of having fun right here at Sebring.
My name is Jonathan Tiny Warby, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
That was great.
Yep. I already gave Guys, don't forget about Taxi Garage, putting on a competition currently. I'm going to try to run over there and see if I can even still go beat Chris.